The time is 11 a.m. in the morning in sunny California. Hello, everyone! Welcome back to my show! I see several familiar faces in the chat. Once again, big shoutouts, of course, to the lovely Wrenches, Lady Kirin, and Charlie Arlette. It's always a pleasure to see the both of you. Love you lots. I'm seeing so many familiar faces in the chat. I see Marty, I see Moontomes, I see Chips, I see Alexel, and I see Benny, who... Benny says, hey, I'm sad I'm missing the stream for work today, but I'll catch the VOD later. That's okay, you know? Yeah, sometimes it happens, and that's okay. That's what the VOD is for. I hope you have a lot of fun watching it later. Love seeing you, Benny. Thank you for dropping in and say hi. Also, I see Sofifi there. Hi, Sofifi. Oh, today's a very special day. So, what are we doing today, you ask? Today, we're going to be playtesting for the very first time my custom add-on for Starforged / Ironsworn. The image is Iron Valley! I'm going to be playtesting Iron Valley today. I have the character and world creation done. I have the tables are done. The character sheet is done. We're ready to actually put the systems to the test. Thank you, baby. That's actually, so the little doodle of my character, I made that on a whim, trying to make art for the game, and I actually didn't like it, so I didn't actually post it or anything, and as I was making the image, I thought, well, I can just put it in there, so it kind of came out kind of cute. Oh, no worries, Sofifi, it's really hard to tag people on YouTube, it's so silly. Oh, thank you, thank you. Charlie says, OMG, so cute. By the way, I am not letting I'm not letting Charles get away with this, by the way. Charles single-handedly improved the quality of or the quantity, really, of the Oracle / random tables for the RPG. Charles is responsible for, I posted this earlier. Charles added, Charles tripled the number of items, random items. So we have a total of 5 tables for when you roll an item. And also they created a table with 250 food items. It's incredible. Big shoutouts to Charlie, by the way. Charlie is completely goated. Big shoutouts to Charlie. Yeah, can we hear a round of applause for Charlie, please? Can we hear a round of applause, please? I'm not letting Charles get away with this. Yeah. You did such a good job, honestly. Also, I love, by the way, I'm gonna put you on blast. So Charles was using Google Sheets, and they made the tables, right? And I kept scrolling down to see if there was anything else, and there were several like cells in the spreadsheet that were like, "Hey Max." I kept scrolling, I'm like, "Hey Max, I see you're still here," and I'm like, I felt so red. Charles completely soul read me. Oh, hey Ghost. Welcome to the show, Ghost! Today we're going to be playtesting Iron Valley, which is my cozy role-playing game add-on for Ironsworn and Starforged. Everything is ready today. We have world creation, we have character creation, we have the system is here, the character sheet is here. Today's a big day. Now, I do want to say, if Sean Tompkin is watching this, you are required to reveal yourself. I mean, or not. I mean, you know, you do you. It would be cool though. I would completely lose composure. I hope that I do your system justice. I know that I mean probably not, because I'm tearing off half of the engine to make this bike. This kind of makes sense. And you know, I hope that the thing that I created kind of works. We're playtesting, of course. You know. The way that I wanted to do this RPG is I was inspired by the way that Concerned Ape, the developer who made Stardew Valley, the way that he likes to make games is that he likes to get the game to a playable state as soon as possible, so he can test what it feels like to play it. Sean Tompkin, you're required to reveal yourself. But he likes to, Concerned Ape likes to get the game to a playable state as soon as possible, and that's what I wanted to do with Iron Valley. You know, like I would love to add rules for relationships and romance, but those are not in the game yet. They are in a kind of abstract way if you want to think about it, but they're not solidified yet. There's also, you know, I don't know if I want to have a whole system for selling crops. I don't know if I like that, but you know, there's more things we can add to this system. But right now, here's the basic version, and I feel like this right here is good enough to try things out. There's of course a bunch of tiny little knobs and switches we're gonna have to like play with today. Yo, Mika's in the office today. Yo, Mika Pog. Mika is the most adorable, fluffiest dog of all time, and it's Kitty's hardest working office mate. I don't know if that's true actually. That feels like a bit of a judgment call, but nonetheless. A barter system would be interesting. Though then again, like I feel like there is an abstract way of doing that in the game itself. So it's one of those things where like I'm a pretty minimalist person. That's why this game only has literally just 3 moves compared to actual Ironsworn and Starforged that have like 30 moves. A move, by the way, is a self-contained mechanism that tells you how to play the game, basically. Instead of having a whole chapter on how D&D combat works, combat in Starforged and Ironsworn is a collection of, like, I would say, like, 5 to 6 combat moves. So this game is really just 3 moves. Also, by the way, I see that Ghost said, hello, super excited to be here. I'm excited that you're excited to be here. I'm excited.
Okay. Can I get a second take of that? Okay.
I'm excited that you're excited to be here. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited for today. We have so much fun ahead of us. Now, the first thing I want to do though, as we're settling in, I'm like super excited, okay? I'm super excited to get started. But first though, what's everyone drinking today? Honestly, I didn't have time to make another cup of coffee or a cup of tea. Kendra's, am I the only D&D apologist? Kendra, this is a bad time to be a D&D apologist, okay? This is a really bad time to be a D&D apologist. This couldn't be any worse of a time to be a D&D apologist. So I guess if we want to address the dead elephant in the room, you know, I feel like D&D continues to make a good point as to why you should never base your community around a corporation, because a corporation will always find a way to ruin everything for everyone. But nonetheless, I don't hate on D&D. I just realized that mechanically the game really isn't for me. I'm always the kind of person who I love rules where the story's never stopped by anything. Okay, a role-playing is a collection of mechanisms, right? With the goal of creating an experience. I think to say that a role-playing game, that its purpose is to tell a story, is inherently flawed, because some games are more about the combat, and that's okay. It's completely okay to play a game where you just like to see to watch a health bar go down. That's fine. I prefer systems that allow for less friction between the players and the stories that they want to explore. Or the randomness of storytelling that happens between dice rolls. I'm okay with that. My biggest complaint with D&D is the moment where combat begins, the story stops happening, you know? And like it really feels like going between cutscenes and combat in like a role-playing game. It's like, all right, everyone, we all know that there's a story here and characters with the cool abilities, but it's time to do the real game we're all here for, the role-playing game, the rolling of dice to deal damage to goblins. Now I see Charlie's drinking water because coffee's making me anxious. Honestly, like I'm drinking decaf and I'm cutting back on decaf because one of my ass has been twitching a lot. Marty says almost always water, but I need to refill. Oh yeah, that's why I have a big jug. I have a big jug of water. Kitty's having some decaf. Kendra says D&D, not in a shit show of copyright trademark agreement nonsense. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah. Alexa making a really good point. So if he says coffee, and I am a D&D fan, but yes, it is overcomplicated. Yeah, especially like right now. So here's the thing, okay? So I actually ran a D&D campaign back in the day. I ran a D&D campaign for Kitty and Plaguesworth, friend of the channel, and it was called World of Questcraft. And like I literally purposefully made it like I wanted to have as little combat as possible, mostly because Kitty and Plague both just like they just love strange, funny story ideas. Like I had the most fun in that game coming up with weird magic artifacts to give Plague. Like I gave him an artifact that allowed him to turn into any object at will for like a set amount of time, and like it went places, okay? Like this guy turned himself into a pie. He turned himself into like a like lemon meringue pie in order to like solve a puzzle. It was incredible. Yes, it's so true. Okay. Kitty says, I remember our first encounter. We had owls that attacked, but Max forgot my character could talk to animals. Yes, I completely forgot Kitty's character could talk to animals. And then, by the way, the little Frogo that I introduced became like an important character. I remember I introduced a species of like slug-like enemies, and like I love that, like, instead of wanting to fight them, Plague wanted to be friends with them, so I had to pivot as the DM and had to be like, alright, so actually, the slug is actually not bad. The slug actually needs your help. I had to pivot so hard. And then the sluggos became, like, a recurring gag. Like, we love sluggos now. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh, I remember his name was Chuck. It was like Chuck Splash. What was his name? What was this sluggo's name? I'm forgetting his name. Also, Charles says, combat is my least favorite part of D&D. There's only been one session where I had fun doing combat. Though one time I did avoid combat by derailing the fight and having my PC have a good chat with the knight and get him back on his feet. Oh, I love that. I think, was it Chuck? Oh, was it Chuck Chug? It was Chuck Chug something. Chuck Splurt? Was it Chuck Splurt? Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun making names for the sluggos, the race of slug people. I think it was Chuck Splurt. The great sluggo hero, Chuck Splurt. The more players to the worse. Yeah. The more players you have in D&D, the worse it feels. It's so true. And again, like maybe some people like that. I know that back in the day, back in the original days of D&D, it was like a game you ran with like 10 people, and I get that. That's why I feel like that's why the game was set to that, so that your character could die in like 2 or 3 hits. You know, if you're playing a thief gnome, a thief halfling, you had like 3 HP. I get that. I really do. But I don't know, man. To each their own, right? Yeah, Chippity says, D&D combat in a large group, I struggle to keep focus or remember what my move is gonna be. Yeah. The worst part is that if you're in a large group, like, you can have an idea of what to do, and by the time your turn comes around, that the whole layout of the map is completely different, you know? People have moved, half the goblins are dead. Sophie says, some people I know really don't seem comfortable role-playing, but they like combat because it doesn't require much thinking from them. They just throw attacks and get excited when something explodes. See, that's completely fair. That's completely valid. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I feel like for people like that, you know, a crunchy game like, you know, D&D 5th edition is the most effective. And honestly, 5e is not even as crunchy as things used to be, you know? 4e was more of a minis game. And then we don't talk about 3.5, you know? All people are like, holy crap, Max, you're a D&D nerd. Yeah, I'm a D&D nerd. I've been playing role-playing games for a long time. I own a physical copy of the TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles role-playing game called TMNT and Other Strangeness. The title of the folder where I'm keeping all of my role-playing progress is called Starforged and Other Strangeness, because Other Strangeness has been my go-to term for remembering, for thinking about role-playing games. Let me actually, I opened this up and you guys can't even see it. Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Other Strangeness. This is the first role-playing game I ever played, and it was so busted. It was so absolutely busted. I played it with Plague. He randomly, you have to randomly generate your mutant, and he was playing as a huge bear with an Ushanka hat. It was absolutely ridiculous. It was absolutely bananas. And like I literally have a D&D bag. Also, I love that in the same drawer where we have TMNT and Other Strangeness, I also have we have a completely legitimate D&D or like D20 system Sailor Moon game. It's such an illegal product. I can't believe that like Kitty owns it. Oh, Peter's here. Hey, Peter. Peter says, I like to run a good 50-50 game where we do combat and role-playing. I hate unnecessary combat, so 90% of the battles in my games will be narrative when all their options are exhausted, typically. Yeah. Honestly, like, one of my favorite things about Ironsworn and Starforged is that it has a move just called Battle. Like, if you don't want to do a battle beat by bit and you want to just, like, summarize it, do, like, a nice little montage, you just roll the dice once and boom, it's done. You know? You don't have to roll to fight all of the goblins. You can just literally just roll to defeat all the goblins in one go. Chip says, yeah, it depends on what you want out of a group, but if roleplay is your main focus, combat can be pretty meh. I think all of the big moments in ttrpgs, back are none of them are combat focused. Yeah, I feel like sometimes combat tends to, because it's mechanical and it's balanced there on trying to have a, and I'm holding quotation fingers here, fair system. You can't have the players be too overpowered, so there's always like catching mechanisms to be like, are you doing too good? Okay, you're actually not doing as good as you think you are, because otherwise you would break the game. I remember playing, oh man, here we go, everybody get ready, we're stepping in the time machine. I played Dark Heresy, the Warhammer 40k role-playing game, and I remember playing as a Sister of Battle. If you couldn't already tell that I was like queer as hell, I was playing a Sister of Battle. I was playing a Sister of Battle with dual guns, and in that game, crits are explosive, which means that if you crit, you roll again to see if you crit again. And by the way, this is if you want an idea for like, oh yeah, we played Dark Heresy together back in the day. Kendra, did I break Max by defending D&D? No. I think that it's a good conversation to do actually, because we're going to be talking today about my add-on, Iron Valley. So it's actually a good thing that we're talking about this stuff. It's also a nice warm-up. So like I remember I had a Sister of Battle. I was dual wielding guns, and I rolled an attack. I crit, and I crit again, and I crit again, and I crit again. I crit 4 times in a row. So that's a 1 in 10 chance 4 times. So it's a 1 in 10,000 chance. And, you know, mechanically speaking, the game is not properly equipped for you to just roll crit onto crit onto crit onto crit. So, you know, the GM at the time, you know, allowed me to kill like 3 enemies in one go. Basically, I just mowed them down with my dual pistols. But it's one of those things where I'm like, oh, like, oh my god, it's a 1 in 10,000 chance for me to roll all these dice. What do I get?
Well, you could kill like 2 more guys. How do you like that? Huh? Well, I can't be too nice to you, because, you know, the game would fall apart. So, yeah, absolutely kill 2 more guys instead of just 1.
So, you know, that's like the one thing. It was still a pog as hell moment. I loved having to roll to use my jump pack every single time. That thing never worked. Oh my god. But nonetheless, I see someone message, by the way. Peter says, I definitely have a split group, half like combat, half like RP. I try to make sure everyone gets a fair shot at both. I like combat personally. I love being really tactical about it. See, like, that's completely fine. Again, like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with combat-based RPGs. I keep wanting to get into is it Meg Warrior? I think it's Meg Warrior. We were at Bounce & Noble the other day, and they had, like, Meg Warrior starter boxes, and I was like,
oh, yeah. Oh, I kind of want to have a big robot. Oh, that sounds so good.
I actually own a copy of Lancer, which is a lovely Lancer RPG. Lancer RPG is an indie mech RPG, and it's freaking beautiful. It's beautiful. This image is not gonna do it justice, but I'm gonna just show you. The art is beautiful. Oh my god, Lancer! I own this. I have read this. It's all combat. Like, it's mostly all combat. I know Lancer players are gonna be like, what do you mean, Max? That has a whole face about doing story-related stuff. Yeah, but come on, you're all playing with the meanies, let's be entirely honest. Like, I wanna play, like, sometimes I feel like I wanna play a tactics game, you know? I really do. Again, like, I played D&D 4th edition, like, I actually kinda like a tactics game, you know? Kitty and I were huge nerds. I put, like, 300 hours into Final Fantasy Tactics Advance on the GBA. Listen, I love tactics. We play Fire Emblem.
We're not getting engaged because
we're already married. Anybody else want to dunk on Fire Emblem Engage before the stream starts? But yeah, so yes, welcome to the world of role-playing games. Kitty says, I want to play a minis game, but just with amiibos. Oh, that'd actually be kind of adorable. Peter says, one of my D&D players gave me a great idea for my book. I wanted a slur people use on my main character. He's an elk knight. My players suggested I call them bucks, and I kind of love it. Oh, I kind of like that. That's kind of fun. Chip says, Pepsi. Yeah, oh my god. Nothing like the refreshing taste of Fire Emblem Pepsi. Yeah, Kitty used to be really addicted on Fire Emblem Awakening. You know, listen, tactics are fun. Listen, there's nothing like moving pieces on a board, okay? Charlie says, I'm gonna head out so I can get ready for work. Love y'all. Good luck with the testing and have a good stream. Aw, thank you, Charles. It's so nice to see you. Take care. Have fun on the stream. And thank you so much for all the tables. You're the best. All right. So it's time that we begin. So let me tell you a little bit about Iron Valley. Okay? So Iron Valley is an add-on for Ironsworn and Starforged. The main features of this role-playing game is that it features the passing of time as the biggest foe. Your characters are not gonna die in this game. Your characters are not going to, break a leg or suffer a mental breakdown. This is a game about living in a small town, whether it is in a fantasy setting, in a futuristic ecology, garden planet, or just in a small agricultural town outside of the big city. It's meant for cozy vibes. It's all about just having a nice, lovely time in this small town, taking things day by days. There's a crop growing system. You actually track the passing of days, and it uses skills instead of assets. This game is, of course, inspired by games like Harvest Moon, Story of Seasons, Animal Crossing, and Stardew Valley. And in a way, it is also, I feel like you could actually do a Dwarf Fortress or RimWorld playthrough. Sans maybe the combat, though. I mean, I feel like you could actually roll combat in this engine. It's not intended, but you could run it, especially if you know how to play Ironsworn. So let's move over to this area over here. So we're going to begin. I'm going to put on a timer, and then we're going to start working. I'll be taking ideas from chat the entire time. So let's begin. The timer starts now. So whenever you start a campaign of Ironsworn, and in this case Iron Valley, from now on I'll be referring to the add-on as Iron Valley. When you begin a campaign of Iron Valley, you first answer truths about the world, and this creates the world that you're playing in. And the setting is not set in stone. You're actually able to tweak certain elements of the setting. So the first question we're gonna ask is, you're moving to a place known as Iron Valley. Where is it? Is Iron Valley a medieval town? A small town hours from the city? Or is Iron Valley an arcology, a domed city built on a garden planet? This question here will give you a starting quest, or a promise as they're called in this game. And it also sets the overall genre of your playthrough. Do you want to do something like Rune Factory, where there's, it's a medieval town, or you could also play it like a medieval Japan kind of like setting? Do you want to make it just modern day, like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon? Or do you want to do science fiction? You're welcome to do either of those. Now, I want to ask chat real quick. I feel like for this first test, we should just do like, it's a small town. How do we feel about that? I can also read these descriptions if you guys want. But I'm wondering from chat, and please do yell at me. This is the only way I'm gonna be making choices. I need you guys to help me here, okay? So, a small town, medieval town, or sci-fi? Alexo says small town sounds good. It feels like a good base, as Kitty says. Okay, so Sofifi asks, wait, our character will not break a leg, but what if a friend NPC will get sick and break a leg? So, just to be clear, that was a bit of a slip of the tongue. Your character can still get hurt in this game, but you're not gonna, lose health and die. Oh, hi, Kitsune! Hello from Japan! Hello back to you from California in the United States of America. Nice to see you! So you can still get hurt, You could have a whole arc where your character gets lost in the forest and, maybe a nice hermit, nurses you back to health, but your character doesn't have a health meter. Your character is not gonna, run out of HP and die. That's what I'm saying here. Chippity says small town. Okay, so a small town. Let me read you a little bit of lore right here. So, yeah, the dome sounds really cool. Yeah, I like the idea of the arcology. So, Iron Valley is a small town hours from the city. Although people have electricity and television, most prefer to spend their time out in nature and in the company of others. The roads are unpaved, but the people are hard workers. Once a bustling town, a center for commerce, the town has fallen into disrepair in the last generation. Your starting promise is learn the town's past. So let me actually go over to the character sheet. So, it is a small town. Iron Valley is a small town. No worries, Kitsune. It's so nice to see you. I speak really fast, so I hope that your Google Translate is able to help. Nonetheless, I'm happy that you're here. And our starting promise is learn. We just, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of these just get like blocked off. Let me just fill this in. Fill these in. So a promise is I mean, it's a commitment that your character makes to themselves. So as part of moving to this small town, one of our starting missions is just to find out what the town's past is, and we will find that out as we play. Now, the next question is, what kind of people live in Iron Valley? The first option is there's a myriad of fantastical ancestries coexisting in peace. So a lot of fantasy races, you know, there's goblins and elves and dwarves living in peace. Or there's every kind of animal in this town, so basically Animal Crossing. Or there's just humans. You know, humans are, it's also a completely fair option, so I want to hear from chat. Which option sounds best? Fantasy races, animals, Animal Crossing, or just humans? What does chat think? Also, I like that Sofifi mistyped the word hermit as Gurmit, and now I'm just thinking of Gurmit as off-brand Kermit the Frog. Not at all, how? Ew, humans, joking. So let me read you what I wrote for humans, by the way. For better or worse, everyone living in Iron Valley and the world happens to be human. That's not to say humans are not interesting creatures. They come in all shapes, colors, sizes, and personalities. They tend to cause more trouble than they know what to do with, but at the end of the day, they mean well. So I'll read them all, by the way. So, there's a myriad of fantastical races, fantastical ancestries coexisting in peace. Iron Valley is home to everything from the troublemaking humans and the industrious dwarfs to the misunderstood vampires and the nicer than you would think zombies. Everyone is just trying to make the best out of their limited time on this wonderful world. And there's every kind of animal in this town. Much like a fairy tale, this town is host to hardworking animal people who usually get up early in the morning and don't quit until it's time for supper. All animals get along, save for maybe some arguments as to which kind of soup is best. Ghost, imagine having a deer animal neighbor. You find a very old, wise frog in the cave called Gurmit. Oh, I do kind of like that. Gurmit the Hermit Frog. I actually kind of love that. So, I want to hear from chat. Humans, animals, or fantasy? Humans, animals, or fantasy? What is animals in Japanese? Is this kodomo? Kodomo? Is it kodomo? Fantasy to kodomo to ningen desu. Ningen desu ka? I do know some Japanese, by the way. Is kodomo animals? Kodomo in Japanese. Oh, that's child! Whoops. Dobotsu? Dobotsu? Okay, anyways, this is not a Japanese lesson. Alright, chat. Sophie says, I used to have big troubles learning English. Keep practicing, you got it. Oh yeah, I am also not a native English speaker. I'm wanting animal vibes since we have a classic village. Alright, you know, Gurmit the Frog does kind of win me over. By the way, we don't have to play as an animal, we can actually just be a human like an Animal Crossing, so that's also fair. So, the next two people who, like, speak in chat will probably decide this, so call it. Also, by the way, this Lo-Fi Leah remix of, I believe, is Hamtaro's theme is hidden different right now, by the way. I like Ghost. Even as a native English speaker, I struggle. LOL. I love that. Moontum says animal. So Fifi says, you know what? Let's give it a chance at animals. Okay. So animals live in this town. The next question: is there magic in the world of Iron Valley? The first option is magic is commonplace here. Magic is so normalized that most parents send their kids to train under a magic user as though any other tutor. There's magic in everything, from potions to rings and even hand tools. All one needs to make an axe magical is the right materials and maybe an incantation or two. The next option is, there is magic but only deep in the wilderness. Magic repels civilization and vice versa. One cannot be further away from magic than right in the middle of the town square. In order to find magic, one has to wander deep into the woods where strange and wonderful things can happen without warning. And the last one is, the only magic is in people's hearts. Although children dream of waking up one morning with the power of superheroes they see in cartoons, adults know that isn't going to happen, and that's okay. The real magic isn't in shooting eyes out of your eyes or flying at the speed of sound. Caring for others and being a force of good in the world, that's the real magic right there. Sofifi says, I vote middle magic. Ghost and Kitty are voting for Magic in the Wilderness. I believe Magic in the Wilderness, I feel like this is like the default Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon, and I would say Stardew Valley, because I feel like the Magic Commonplace, I feel like this is more like Rune Factory, where like, like, oh yeah, there's a magic shop over there, but, you know, there's a wizard living in Stardew Valley, but, you know, they're not like a member of the community. They don't have a shop set up. And of course, in Story of Seasons, Harvest Moon, you have the Harvest Goddess and the sprites. So I see middle. I see several votes for middle. So unless somebody really wants commonplace magic, speak now or hold your peace until next time we do a campaign start. Yeah, by the way, you don't do this every time you start a session. You only do this when you make the campaign. And there's only 3 questions, by the way. What is the town? Who lives there? And if there's magic. Marty says wilderness. I love the line about being furthest from magic in town. Yeah, I felt really good writing that. That felt good to write. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. There's magic, but only deep in the wilderness. By the way, in case you're wondering, you can also roll for them, by the way. That's why they have numbers. So if some, let's say for instance that, this is not a real roll, but if we wanted to, I could just, oh, sorry, that took a second. I could just be like, all right, 17. 17 is that magic is commonplace, So like, we can also just roll for things, which I love having that option in case someone ever feels like they are, like, that feel where like you have like choice paralysis? And by the way, Kitty says, we will probably do multiple campaigns to test all settings, so don't worry. Oh yeah, no, yeah, this is only the very first playtest session of Iron Valley. We're going to be doing many of these as we're testing the system. So now, it's time for us to make a character. Yes! Okay, so the first thing you need to do about making your character is that you have to give them a name. Pick a name or roll on it in the names oracle. Iron Valley is such a small community that you don't need to worry about your last name. No one will ever call you by your last name here. So, chat, do you have a name for our character, or do we just roll on the table? Give me a name. I multiple playthrough Spider-Verse style. I kind of like that. I kind of like the idea of that, yeah. Okay, Kitty's asking me to roll on the name table. Oh, okay, alright. The confidence of Kitty and Marty are inspiring me. Let's roll. Alright, we're rolling. Alright. What's her name? 82. So 82, by the way, we made this table together. 82 is our name. Raspberry, Saga, or Spoon? What's her name? Raspberry, Saga, or Spoon? Ghost says Spoon! Oh no! Is our name Spoon? Oh crap, our name is Spoon. Okay. Yeah, yep. Our name is Spoon. That's our name. Yep. Yeah. Why did I even ask? Why did I even bother asking? We have to be utensils, please. It's true. All right, thank you. Oh, hi, Duppy. Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hi. So nice to see you. It's gotta be Spoon. All right, that's fair. That's fair. So the next question is, are we human? Are we human? We could roll on it. The options are yes, probably not. In which case we roll on the fantastical ancestries. So you can actually be like, you could be a vampire or you could be a dwarf or an elf surrounded by animals. Like that could be the case. Or you could be like an elemental person or like a goblin. You could also just be a human being, or you could also be an animal. No worries, Duppy. I'm just happy to see you. Imagine being named Spoon and being an actual spoon. Oh my god. Oh my god. Spoon sounds a lot like an Animal Crossing villager name. So I don't know if we want to do like animal table. So are we a human? We can also just roll for it, by the way. Are we a human? Are we a fantastical ancestry? Or are we an animal? By the way, I will make it clear that humans are actually on both of these tables. So like that's why the answers are I don't think so? Question mark? Jupiter says animal. Ghost says roll for it. Also, Nier's hitting a little different right now in the background. Can I get some people in chat, please? Someone else just yell at me. Roll for it or just call it. We have a vote for animal, a vote for roll. So Fifi says roll. I'm feeling we're gonna roll for this. I feel like we're gonna roll for it. I'm gonna give it up. Okay, yep. Mary White. Oh, hey, Mary. Is this your first time on the stream? So nice to see you. Oh, okay. People roll. Okay, all right. Are we human? 88. I don't think so. So we have to roll on the animal table. There's a 1% chance we're actually an animal, by the way. Where did I put? There you go. There's a 1% chance. There's a 1% chance we're humans, by the way. Humans are on this table once, by the way. Let me find it. Humans, yeah. Number 48 is human, by the way. So let's see, what animal are we? 23. What is 23? 23 is... Ooh. We're chinchillas! Let's go! Let's go! We're a chinchilla! This is incredible. This is incredible. Oh my god. This was meant to be. This was meant to be. Let's actually go. In case you guys don't know, Kitty and I, we have chinchillas. We have 2 chinchillas named Popol and Devila. Oh my god, we are actually chinchillas. Can I be a white chinchilla? I want to be a white chinchilla. Oh my god. Have you guys seen what a white chinchilla looks like? White chinchillas are adorable. I mean, all chinchillas are adorable, but like, there you go. This is what we look like, by the way. This is what we look like, by the way. And the crowd went wild. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Yeah, with little gray paws. Yes, this is us, by the way. This is what we look like. We're a white chinchilla. Actually, this image is perfect, by the way. Oh my god. It's and our name is Spoon. Oh, it's such a perfect name. Oh, we are a chinchilla. Okay, now we have to keep building our character. The next question is, what are our pronouns and our presentation? So clearly, we're gonna roll for them. And if you're new here, it's time for a little conversation on gender and presentation. Mari says, first time watching stream live, usually not able to watch until later after it's over. Oh, that's cool. Hey, we like people who like the bot here, you know. Sometimes, you know, I can't make it to all of my favorite streamers' streams live, so I watch the bots all the time. So I'm happy you can make it here. So nice to see you. We don't have to roll for age. I think we can all agree we're like a young adult, I think. We're definitely a young adult. And we have pronouns, and there's also gender presentation. So we don't bother here on what your gender assigned at birth was, okay? All that we care about is how our character presents themselves to the world, right? What is your gender presentation? You know? So like, you know, like, do we present in a feminine way, in a masculine way, in an androgynous way, or in a completely different way? Because androgynous just means somewhere between female and masculine, or feminine and masculine, excuse me. So, you know, what is our character's pronouns and gender? And with this, we can assume a lot of things about our character. So let's just roll for them. Our pronouns are 88. 88 hits us with, we go by it's. I kind of like that. That's actually really cute. I actually really like going by it's. It feels really cozy. I actually really like that. It's pronouns. It's actually so cute. Also, by the way, I keep looking over at Ghost's messages. Spoon is literally such a perfection name. It is. It works so well. Now, how does our character present themselves to the world around them? You know? How do they present themselves? 17. They're femme. Perfect. Our character is femme. And now, it's time for rolling our character's birthday. So, you can usually pick it if you want, but of course we're gonna do random date. So, of course, the year is 100 days long, because I planned that in advance, by the way. So, let's see what our birthday is. Our birthday is... Yo, our birthday's super early. Our birthday's on the 9th of spring, excuse me? Our birthday's so soon. Yo, spring 9? That means our birthday's literally like right here. Our birthday's like 2 weeks, like not even 2 weeks being in the town. Holy crap. Where's Spring Baby? Spoon's birthday. Yeah, and by the way, the reason why I like the calendar is that as you get villagers, you're gonna want to put their birthdays on the calendar. It's so cute. Birthday party? Oh my god. Yo, like 2 weeks after moving into town, we have a nice like birthday party. I'm kind of excited for that. And now it's time to roll our characters' backstory. So the first question is, why did you leave the city? There's 4 options. Either A, we got a mysterious letter, in which case our mission or first promise is to find out who sent the letter, or we don't remember, and we have a classic case of amnesia, aka the way that every rune factory starts, or I couldn't live in the city anymore, and we envision why our character left the city and what they want out of the small town, such as maybe some peace and quiet, some relaxation, maybe a chance to pursue their passions, or I promised I would return, in which case you envision what your character promised. This is kind of the way that it works in Harvest Moon or Story Seasons Friends of Mineral Town. Your character promised they would go back to the small town. So mysterious letter, amnesia, we left the city because of troubles, or we made a promise. What is your character's backstory? We could also roll, by the way. You could also just roll for it, which is the reason why I just like Sean Tompkin came up with a really good system where like if you feel decision paralysis, choice paralysis, you can just roll for it. Oh, roll run. Yeah, okay. All right. This is good. I love that. We're rolling for it. What's our backstory? Why did we leave the city? 68, 1 short. Super close. We couldn't live in the city anymore. Okay, so I need you all to help me, give me some ideas. So why do we think that our character left the city? They couldn't live in there anymore. Were they burnt out with their job, like in Stardew Valley, or did they need a break from everything? What are we thinking about here? A city is no place for a chinchilla. Ooh, I kind of like that. Also, by the way, you know what? Can I just I was gonna draw the character, but I'm like, you know what? This is an even better idea. The city was too noisy. Maybe they're a little sickly. The air is bad for them. Oh, I kind of like that. Maybe it was just too expensive. That's a little relatable, but it's so true though. Kitty's kind of hitting me with yeah, maybe they're a little sick. By the way, that's our character portrait, by the way. I like the idea they miss someone back home. You know what? I'm gonna bridge this together, okay? I miss the fresh air back home. I like that. That's gonna be our other promise. And we have to figure out how long it's gonna take. I miss the air back home. Now, when you make a promise to yourself, you envision how long you think it's gonna take to complete that promise, and I think it would probably take I think it's gonna take a long time. Oh, hey Liam, nice to see you. First time on the stream? It's a pleasure to see you. We are playtesting my role-playing game add-on called Iron Valley. We're making the character right now, so nice to see you. I love the name Liam. So I think that this mission is more of a lifetime mission. It's not gonna take a lifetime, but it's gonna take a long time for a character to feel really comfortable. So I'm just gonna make it a big quest, by the way. So I miss the air back home. That's why your character decided to leave the big city. The next question is, where are we staying in town? Option 1, I inherited an old farmhouse from a relative. Option 2, I'm buying a house from a very trustworthy person. Option 3, I'm staying with a townie, and then we envision who that townie is, or I'm camping for now. Do we like any of those options, or do we just roll for it? What do you all think? And by the way, depending on grandparent chinchilla, oh my god, yes. But by the way, to anyone watching this VOD who's new or who's joining us for the first time, actually the chat actually helped us generate all the random tables that we have for this game. By the way, it's actually been really awesome. Let me just open this. Just have a faint feeling we're gonna need it. Let me close this. The townie or relative sounds really good, huh? Yeah, the farmhouse is just such a classic one. Kendra says, OMG, I want to see if the person who did my really cute kitchen is doing chinchillas now. Yes, you should do that. Either relative or just rolling. Okay. Farmhouse, townie, or relative. Oh, yeah. It's okay. See, I'm happy when people are like torn. Because that makes me feel like I actually made some really good choices here. I'm gonna... You know what? Okay, I think I'm gonna do an executive call here, and I'm gonna go for inheriting the old farmhouse. I feel like I like that. Ghost says, okay, but spoon camping out in the edge of town is hilarious. It is hilarious. That's why I love that option. I was gonna have 3, but I'm like, no, you have to do the Animal Crossing New Horizons start where you just have like a tent or just like a sleeping bag. Do I roll for it? I don't know. I'm getting choice paralysis. I'm gonna roll for it. I'm getting choice paralysis, which means it's time to just roll the dice. 64. We're staying with someone. We're staying with someone. It could still be like Grandpa. Roll to see if you should roll. You could still be staying with Grandpa Chinchilla. But definitely I'm staying at a townie's place. Now, do we want to roll? What am I asking? It's like, do we want to roll? So my option is, I like the idea of Grandpa Chinchilla, but if you guys want to roll a character, we just roll a character right now. We can do that. Grandpappy Chinchilla is kind of adorable. I kind of like Grandpapa Chinchilla, but at the same time, we can just make a character, you know? It is also possible that Grandparent Chinchilla lives in town, but we chose not to stay with Grandpa because, you know, maybe we're a little bit ashamed of moving back from the city, you know? We're like, no, Grandpa, you don't have to, like, you know, clean out the old room. I'm staying with someone else. By the way, that's the sound of me reminding you that you should all take a chance to stretch your legs and drink some water, by the way. Hydration is very important. By the way, if you're watching, you haven't told me already, let me know what you're drinking. Liam says, this stuff is going over my head. It's okay. Half of the fun is just like creating the character, you know. And again, you know, if you haven't been here for the design sessions before, you know, this can definitely be flying by your head. But honestly, we'll be getting into it, you know. It may or may not make sense. So far, we're playing in a setting that is very similar to Animal Crossing. We've created an Animal Crossing setting with little animal people everywhere. And we're deciding who we're going to be staying with. And the character lore for Spoon is so good. Or, you know, found family. Okay. So if you said roll a character, we're going to roll a character, okay? So first and foremost, let me just start with the ancestry. So let me go over here. We have actually a contacts page. So, their species is... So who are we staying with? We're staying with 88. 88 is a snake. We're staying with a snake. Just like a big snake. I love that the first time we roll a character, it has to be the one that we put in as a joke. You know? Because, like, I put snake as a joke in this table of 100 animal types. Because I thought, oh my god, how would a snake even work? Well, we're in trouble. I'm praying to the dice gods that their name is Fork. Well, they're a snake. They're a snack. Snake? I know how to spell snake. And enemies to friends to lovers. Oh my god, yes. Now, let's see. How old is Snake? $36. Oh, they are a young adult. Perfect. So they're actually about our age. That's good. Maybe we knew them. I was worried that I was gonna roll a 1 and they would be a baby snake. What are their pronouns? Their pronouns are 80, 82. A lot of 80s today. They also go by it. Oh, I like that. I love that. I like that. We both go by the same pronouns. Maybe it's just like our queer friend. And we were roommates. And their gender presentation is... They present androgynous. Let's go. Oh, just on the line, by the way. Oh my god, they were roommates. Okay, so we were roommates, right? We were roommates in Chinchilla College. In Big City College. Androgynous. Now, what's their job in town? Okay, we have to figure out... I love that, Kendra. So what's their job? We have a list of 100 jobs that the chat created. Snake and Chinchilla College. Yeah, that's what's funny. 13. 13 means that they're a bartender. They work at the bar. Yo. Oh my god. I actually kind of love that. They're a bartender. And their birthday, I gotta roll their birthday, by the way. Please be after spring so I don't have to add it to the list. Barista AU. Oh my god. Their birthday's on... Wait, no, that's just 10, man. That's not 20. What are you thinking about? That is literally just the number 10, my buddy. Their birthday's right after ours? Excuse me? Their birthday is on the 10th? Oh my god, that's incredible. We actually haven't given them a name yet, by the way. I can't believe that their birthday's right after ours. Okay, so we're clear. Chad, I need you to tell me right now, okay? Did we know each other back in the day, or did we meet in college, okay? Did we meet in Chinchilla College, or did we know each other from the past? Because this seems like something where, like, we went to, like, middle school together, or, like, elementary school, and we were, like, oh my god, is your birthday the 9th? My birthday's the 10th. Oh my god, we're best friends. Oh my god, we're best friends. I like Ghost. Roll for it. Let me first roll their name so we know what the heck their name is. Ooh. That's 60. That's 60. I like Liam. I like Liam's energy. Just roll for it. That's also true. So names. Their number is 70. It's 60, by the way. It's not 70. 60. Is their name Maple, Nimbus, god damn it, or Nuggy? Is this character's name Maple, Nimbus, or Nuggy? They thought our friendship was impossible, says Sofifi. I like Ghost. I picture Ghost with like fingers crossed. Fork. Okay, it's Nuggy. Their name is Nuggy. Okay, yeah. Why did I even ask the question? Nimbus is actually really cool though, but yeah, everybody wants Nuggy. Their name is Nuggy. Nuggy the Snake. Yeah, listen, Nimbus is really good, but unfortunately Nuggy wins. Their birthday, by the way, is spring 10. Things that we know about them, Nuggy and Spoon are old friends. They went to Chinchilla College together. Chinchilla Community College. Together, but Nuggy moved back to work at the bar. There you go. Nimbus is the middle name. I like that. And then make up. Oh, by the way, I have to write it up here. By the way, their birthday's on the calendar. By the way, Nuggy's birthday. Oh my god, I love this. This is so good. So, because we're staying with a townie, we also have a quest / promise to get to know our host. So, we have a little mission right here. Get to know our host. And it's a relatively simple quest. So let me just block this out. Does Nuggy eat only Nuggies? I kind of love that idea. I love that idea. I like the idea that like Nuggy told whoever owns the bar to be like, you have to stock these Nuggy things. They love them in the city. They're incredible. People go crazy for these things you call Nuggies. So now, what's in our backpack? It's time to roll to see what's inside of our backpack as we move to the city. So get ready. We have a list of, I kid you not, 250 items. So Fifi says Nuggy was the one ought out in Rodent College, but with Spoon it finally felt comfortable. I actually really love that. You know, Nuggy, they didn't feel welcomed at Chinchilla Community College. All right, so things in our backpack. 81. So now I'm not gonna actually ask. Chocolate coins, jewelry made out of real teeth, shaped cookie cutters, a skeleton key that I can open any door, contact pocketbook. Oh, okay, it's your childhood plush. Okay, that's it. So in our backpack we have a childhood plush, and the plushie is. I'm gonna go roll in the animal. You know what? I'm gonna roll in the fantasy race table because I feel like that would be funny. Let's see. It's just a smaller chinchilla. I kind of love that. It's 5. It's just 5. Okay, what's the 5 species? An automaton. Oh, it's a little robot. I mean, it's a robot or an armadillo. I'm gonna go with it's a little robot. It's a little robot plush. I kind of love that. You know what? Anyone out there who wants to know what it looks like? It looks like the little Nier Automata robots. It's a Nier Automata robot, by the way. You know which ones. Not the sexy androids. Come on. You know what I'm talking about. Anyways. And the last... sorry, I forgot. We need 3 more things, by the way. I'm very sorry. I got too excited about the little plushie. Also, we confirmed that Nier Automata exists in this setting, by the way. Except it's all played by chinchillas. I actually kind of love that. Alright, so... That's a 30. That's not a 40. That's a 30. So, random item number 30. Random item. We have a stuffed animal already. A wonderful towel. A balloon animal kit. Knitting or crochet supplies. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, it's definitely going to be knitting and crochet supplies. Let me write that in here. There you go. And then the last item that we have in our backpack is... Will any of these be useful? Oh, man, I hope not. 35. That's actually really close. LOL, donut for Nuggy to eat. It's so true. That was wait. Was it 35? It was 35, wasn't it? It was definitely 35, wasn't it? You know what? I immediately forgot the number it was. Like, I saw it, and then it completely left my brain. Wow, we rolled 40 again. No, that was actually 30 again. Wait, we just rolled 30. It was 35. Oh, thank you, Ghost. Oh my god, thank you. So, the options are a wheel of cheese. I kind of love a wheel of cheese. A red cape, a portrait of you, a unicycle, an old book, or thread and needle. We already kind of have, something related to that. I like just a big wheel of cheese. I just like it. It's just a big wheel of cheese. Of course, we brought some food with us. I like a big wheel of cheese, by the way. I'm gonna let chat decide what kind of cheese it is. Of course, I'm not gonna roll for that. I'll let chat decide. Is this just me? Kendra, do you seriously have just a big wheel of cheese? Plush crochet wheel of cheese. Oh my god, it might actually be Kendra. I don't think chinchillas can eat cheese. Yeah, don't worry about it, okay? Don't worry about it. And now, the last... I love this sad question, by the way. Gouda? Oh, Gouda sounds really good. I was thinking cheddar, but Gouda sounds kind of good. So, how long do we plan to stay in town? 80... that's 48, actually. 1 year, maybe more. Okay. This is really... sounds good. How dare you? 1 year... Maybe more. I like that. That gives you like a little bit of like an end point. Brie? Oh, that would be like a really big wheel of brie, actually. Although brie is tasty. Brie is tasty. All right, and now it's time for me to do a little something called allocating your stats. This is more technical than anything else. Brie supremacy. Okay, you know what? Wheel of brie cheese. I want to know what this looks like. I need to know what a wheel of brie cheese look like. Just okay. All right. Now, this is fair, then. Okay. Honestly, though, yo, I like the idea that the chinchilla is like, I gotta bring a present. I have to bring a present for Nuggy. So they bring some really, really nice, cheese. I like that. Yeah, for sure. So now, this is a role-playing game, right? So where's the rolling of dice involved? So in this game, which is a mod of Ironsworn and Starforged, you have 5. Oh, it's an omiyage. Yeah, it's a little present you bring. It's a little home-warming present. You have 5 attributes. You have edge, heart, iron, shadow, and wits. I'm not renaming them. This is what they're called in the base game. Ghost says it has to be exactly like that image. A wheel of cheese with a single piece of parsley. Yes. Honestly, I kind of envision that it's actually like it's wrapped in like paper. I see that. I see that. So let me explain to you real quickly what the stats are. Edge represents speed, agility, and using light tools. Heart represents charisma, compassion, and humor. Iron represents strength, endurance, and using heavy tools. Shadow is ulterior motives, stealth, and using magic. There's very little magic in this world, so that aspect won't be as used. And wits is knowledge, expertise, and intuition. Now, what kind of chinchilla is Spoon? Was Spoon a studious chinchilla at school? I will now. This, I don't know how I could roll for it. I guess I could like figure out a table for this. But I want to ask Chad, now that we have had a time to talk about, Spoon the chinchilla, what kind of vibes do they give you? Soft and weak? Okay. Kitty says Spoon is soft and weak. Are they smart? Do they have a big heart? Can I get some callouts, please? The arrangement is 4, 3, 2, 1, 1. Okay. So, considering the layout that I explained, Edge being about being fast, Heart about compassion, Iron about strength, Shadow about being sneaky, and Wits about being smart, what do you think is Spoon's best stat? Soft, sassy Sundari with a big heart. I do kind of like big heart, actually. I do kind of like having a big heart. Okay, so in that case, boom. Give me the number 4. Our highest stat is Heart. Now, I like what Kitty was saying. We're soft and squishy. Brave and smart, but not that strong. Yeah, so definitely I think we can all agree that Iron is gonna be a 1. I don't think that a Spoon is capable of like lying to people. I feel like Spoon, maybe it can hide like its feelings, but it definitely doesn't like lie to people, I feel like if anything, they've spent the last couple of years lying to itself. So definitely. And by the way, I like the idea of a fast chinchilla. So definitely, let me just highlight this. Our next best stat is gonna be, I'm actually gonna make this a 2, because I like the idea that we're studios, by the way. Or maybe Spoon has a lying tick. It's possible, but I like the idea that they're terrible at it, by the way. You can still lie and be terrible at it. So I like this. So our biggest stat is Heart, our second biggest is Wits, then Edge, and then Iron and Shadow are our weakest stats. And now it's time for literally like the second to last step in character creation that we can start playing. So, do you have any skills that might help you here? So in this game, we use a long list of skills to indicate the things our character is good at. Let me just scroll all the way to the bottom. So, I know there's a lot, but thankfully they're broken into categories. And now, we know so far, from our little talk that we've been having, that Spoon went to a school. Now, academics, I don't think they have administrative, which is just like dealing with paperwork. There's a lot of silly skills in here for fun. Can someone in chat please tell me, what do you think Spoon went to college for? Did they just go for like a regular thing? Did they go for art? Did they go for science? Did they go for medicine? I don't think they would have gone for medicine. So what did Spoon go to? First aid. It's gotta be art. I like the idea that they went to college for art. That is actually kind of cute. Oh no, we're literally making Kendra again. Just basic first aid for a big heart trait. Yeah, that's true. Well, we can take 3 skills for sure. Artsy Spoon. Okay, I definitely like art. I'm gonna grab art. Now, we're so zoomed in, by the way. They probably have an ASL minor too. That's so funny. Now, there is nature skills such as farming, fishing, foraging, hunting, mining. I'm pretty sure they don't have any of those. Is it possible that our chinchilla has some skill with tailoring or making, clothing, seeing as how they have some nice yarn and thread and stuff? Is it possible they have that? Also, I don't think they have any movement skills like climbing, jumping, or swimming. They don't have lifting, shooting, striking, throwing. They don't have any of the physical skills. I don't think so. Which leaves us, and they don't have any mischief skills. They don't have any naughty skills. So, is it possible they have tailoring? I kind of feel like they might have tailoring. They might have cooking. OMG, can Spoon be bad at cooking? It's a utensil. It'd be funny. That would be funny. Oh, it has built-in jump skills. I do kind of like that. I do kind of like. Chinchillas can jump up to 6 feet in the air, by the way. Our chinchillas don't know because they're not allowed to know. I like them having jumping, actually. So my question is, do they have I'm looking at tailoring, and I'm looking at maybe one of the conversation skills, such as bartering, inquiring, which is asking questions or interviewing people, performance, and public speaking. Does Spoon have any of these social-like skills? I'm looking at one of these social-like skills, or just literally taking tailoring. Oh, inquire for that academic streak. Either tailoring or inquiring. I'm gonna go Stitch, you jump the item from Isaac. Yes. Green's from Mexico. Don't get and a problem. To teach, inquire. Okay, yeah, okay, for sure. Okay, all right. People spoke about inquiring with so much confidence. I like that. I like that. All right, so now our skills are art, jumping, and inquiring. So, but all of these skills, we are better at using them. We are better at using them, than a normal person would. Now, one of these is a skill that we're incredibly good at, which is the inquiring, since Spoon did go to college. So which of these skills is our best one? Are we best at making art, jumping, or inquiring? Seeing from everyone's reaction, I think it might be inquire. And that means that this skill will fulfill quests faster, by the way, whenever we use it. So I'm kind of feeling inquire. I feel like that's what people are leaning towards. Especially considering like the back-to-back-to-back like replies. And well, you guys let me know. Ghost says, can it be jumping for funsies? If not, inquire. Okay, I get that, I get that. I'm gonna give chat a second while I take a sip of water. Inquisitive little creature. I do love that, yeah. I think I'm gonna go for inquire, I think. Inquire for sure, says Kitty. Alright, then that's the rub. Alright, let me actually just go back to 150, because there you go. It's almost as though I didn't design this sheet to be this zoomed in. So, let me just highlight it. Your Honor, can I please highlight this? Thank you. Alright. So, and with this, we have literally completed character creation. And the last step is your new life is about to begin. Envision your arrival into town, and then try your best. Which reminds me, it's a great time to explain moves. Moves, as I said, are self-contained mechanisms that tell you how to play the game. Unlike something like D&D, I know I've said this explanation forever, but it's a really good explanation. Instead of something like D&D where you have to read a whole chapter to know how a rule works, in Ironsworn and other games that use the Power by the Apocalypse move system, the moves tell you what you're supposed to do and when. And it's just literally almost a card that just tells you how the thing works. So try your best is the main move of the entire game. And it says, when you attempt something difficult or work towards fulfilling a promise, so that's a trigger right there. So whenever we do this, we do the following. We envision how we're acting, which stat we're rolling, and then we compare the dice results. I will explain the dice system in a moment. But basically, there's 3 things that can happen. You get a strong hit, a weak hit, or a miss. Now, one thing that I haven't mentioned, in case anybody here is completely new to Ironsworn and also Starforged, this system is completely. You can play by yourself. You can play. You don't actually need a DM to play this game. You can play it cooperatively. You can play it with a DM, but you can just play it by yourself. We're gonna be playing this game by ourselves. We're running a Starforged campaign on this channel titled "Gaze in Space." So that's what we've been doing. There's. The fun thing about this is that, in regular role-playing games with a game master, the game master defines success and failure of your dice rolls, right? The game master, looks at what you roll and then tells you what you actually get. In this case, the moves actually infer that information. The other 2 moves are for making promises and for when time passes. Time passing is literally the main punishment of the game, and I'm saying punishment in the lightest way possible. This is not a game where your character is gonna get hurt or hurt in a mechanical way. Whenever you fail or whenever you mess up, time passes. Literally, we mark the calendar, and once a day is fully marked, you move on to the next day, and that's a nice way to make the game a little bit of a time management mini game, kind of. So we are gonna be now. We're actually beginning the game proper, and I'm actually super excited to start playing this game with you guys. So once again, in summary, we're moving into a small town full of animals like Animal Crossing. There is a little bit of magic, but it's only deep in the wilderness. Much like in Animal Crossing, there might be a little ghost in there, maybe a spirit, maybe a sprite or something living in the forest. We don't know. Very Ghibli, actually. But first, hydrate. It's true. Everyone, let me just do exclamation hydrate. Everyone, take a chance to sip on your lovely drinks, by the way. So, let me just move this. And while I take a sip of water, I do want to say, by the way, in case you're wondering what this counter in the middle of the screen means, by the way, let me just see if I can find it. There you go. What this counter over here means is our goal tracker. We're currently at 102 out of 151 nuggies, and once that counter hits 151, I will draw the first 151 Pokemon from memory. And actually, how do you increase the counter? Well, that's top left, by the way, by supporting me on coffee.com/MKirin. If you support me during the stream, you will have your message read out loud by a beautiful machine voice, you will get warm feelings, and I will get nuggies. Nuggies that are going towards unlocking art streams, and of course the goal of drawing 151 Pokemon from memory. So if that sounds like a fun thing to do, and if you would like to help us get there, consider donating by going to the link on the top left of the screen. Coffee.com/MKirin. Was that smooth? That felt pretty smooth, huh? That felt like a pretty smooth transition right there. How's everyone doing, by the way? I'm having so much fun. I was a little excited and a little nervous about starting. In a way because, well, we're starting, right? Like, you know, this RPG has been living in the back of my head for a little bit, and I've been wanting to make RPGs for the longest time, but now it's here, it's happening. We're about to play, we're about to start playing. Character creation exists, it's ready. It's incredible. Kitty's heating up her lunch. I love that. I was gonna ask you what you're having for lunch, but I made it, so of course I would know. I actually forgot we had leftovers, so when I went to have lunch, I was like, oh god, am I just gonna eat like a piece of toast? And then I was like, oh crap, we have leftover, let's go! Oh, that's right, I didn't make you lunch. I ate all the leftovers, oh my god. Kitty's having some leftover pad thai, I believe. Excuse me? There you go. One of my screens was messing up. Oh, Patseyu! Oh, Patseyu is very good. Okay, everyone in chat, I need to hear you. Okay, if you like Thai food, fight. Pad Thai or Patseyu. Right now, fight. And by the way, I'm ready for one person to be like, wow, I was not expecting a Thai food fight happening on this chat. But that's what happens when you... Yeah, Pad Thai says Kendra. I don't know, Patseyu, you know, it just hits different, you know, just those thick noodles, you know? Oh my god. By the way, so, I'm supposed to end the stream a little earlier today. I might end it like 10 minutes early, because Kitty and I are going on a date. And man, I kind of want to have some Patseyu. Hey everyone, say hi to Plaguesworth! Plaguesworth's on the stream! Plague says, wow, I was not expecting a Thai fight in this Christian stream. Yo, Ghost, your mom makes Pad Thai? Let's go! That's so awesome. Oh man. If my mom had made Pad Thai when I was little, man, that would have been a great time. Not to say I didn't have a great time, but still. And by the way, so nice to see you, Plague. Plaguesworth, also known as Doomsworth on Twitter, friend of the channel, lovely guy. Hey, welcome to the stream. This guy, apparently this guy cut the stream last time, and it was right in the middle of me talking about, like, literally this guy's height. Yeah. Plaguesworth is 6'10". I was talking that everyone who's taller than me is basically 6'10". And now, without context, you may assume, oh, Max, is that because you're like 6'9"? No, it's because I'm 6'6". If you're taller than that, you're basically 6'10", for all I care. Mari says, I gotta go now. Hopefully I can watch your stream live again. It's fun. Have a great day, everyone. Oh, it was so nice to see you, Mari. Thank you for joining us. That was so lovely. Aw. I love it when people, you know, show up live. Not that I don't like it when people watch the VOD. I definitely do. But it's just so lovely getting to see your actual, you know, well, not really your face, but your avatar. And seeing your names, too. Now I know who Mari is. Ghost says me looking up at 5'3". Oh, yeah. Charlie is not here. Isn't Charlie 5'1"? Am I crazy? Kitty, isn't Charlie 5'1"? Also, Kendra, how tall are you, by the way? I think Kendra's short, right? Kendra's shorter than me, right? Not like it matters. Not like I care how tall my friends are. I just want to know. 5'4". Hell yeah.
You're all a bunch of little gremlin. That's right. I'm looking down on you. I've got 2 inches on you, Kendra. I get to look down on all of you. By the way, in case you're new to I'm also a gremlin.
In case you're new to the stream, I have 2 modes. I'm the world's first dual VTuber. That's not true. There's probably multiple dual VTubers. There's a regular me.
And then there's also gremlin me. That's right. That's right.
Anyways, so today we're playtesting my role-playing game, Iron Valley. And we're about to start the actual playing of the actual game. We have created a character. We have created Spoon the Chinchilla. Pronouns its. Femme presenting, birthday spring 9, and they have left the big city because they want to catch some of that fresh air of their small town home. They're staying at an old friend's place, a snake by the name of Nuggy, and they're bringing a few things with themselves, including a gift of a big wheel of cheese for their good friend Nuggy. Spoon, as we know them from their stats, has a big heart, is a pretty intelligent chinchilla. I mean, after all, it did go to Chinchilla Community College in the big city, and it has skills in art, jumping, and inquiring. It loves asking questions. It loves getting to know other people. And we'll be starting the story now. The way that the session begins is by, or the way that a campaign begins is by first envisioning how your character arrives to town. And I feel like there is nothing more classic. You know, of course you can have the train, right? But I love like the Japanese countryside. So I think the way I want it to start is that a Spoon is sitting at the bus, is sitting inside the bus, and you know it's been hours since they left the big city, and they're seeing the countryside just rolling by, and in the distance they can see the tall mountains that Iron Valley is known for. Iron Valley, of course, used to be a mining town a long time ago. And unfortunately, the town has fallen a little bit into disrepair in the last few generations, but that's okay. Spoon grew up here when it was little, but you know, eventually it moved out to the big city to go to Chinchilla Community College. I'm gonna assume to get an art degree. I'm gonna assume at this moment that probably something happened with Spoon. We know that Spoon is maybe a little bit sickly. The polluted air of the city is bad for them. So they're deciding to take a little bit of a time, a little bit of a sabbatical to go back to their small hometown of Iron Valley. The way that I picture Iron Valley, I envision it having large mountains in the distance and a mid-ground of a large forest, almost like nestling this community right by the shore. I love a small community caught between the ocean, forest, and mountains. Every single beautiful nature appearing in Iron Valley. As the countryside rolls by, Spoon looks out the window and catches its reflection in the mirror. It's a white chinchilla, and it's big and puffy with large white ears. And I don't know why I am picturing, and I know because this is like Animal Crossing, right? I'm picturing that Spoon is wearing like a
You've got mail.
Yo, Cypher!
Cypher just donated 9 nuggies. Yours are the first streams Eve ever really loved. I'm so happy we found this community.
Oh, that's
Cypher
so
Raven.
sweet. That's so sweet. Oh my god, thank you. Oh, gosh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much, Cypher and Raven. You guys are so much fun. Honestly, like I feel so silly for waiting so long to I feel so silly for waiting for so long to start streaming. I was so worried how people would receive me. I was so worried that maybe I wouldn't do a good job. And I definitely was sweating bullets the first stream, but like now I look forward to like sitting down here and chatting with you guys every single day. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. It really means a lot. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for making what I do more possible. Thank you. Also, I'm gonna tell you an embarrassing story, okay? So I had a nightmare last night. And I had a nightmare where I woke up. Instead of the nightmare, I woke up, right? And I woke up and it was like 3 p.m., right? And I was like, oh no, I think I forgot to stream. And then I looked at my computer and my computer was on. And apparently, because I have auto start and end of the stream, so my computer was streaming. And I'm like, oh no, has the computer been streaming nothing for the last 5 hours? Ah! And then I woke up and I'm like, oh, it's 2 a.m. That's a relief. I felt so silly. Like, I had a nightmare about forgetting to stream. And that's how much I love enjoying. I enjoy doing this. So thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. And honestly, like, I love the Discord. I love sharing memes. I love chatting. It's giving me a space to talk about the books I'm reading. Yeah, Kitty says new nightmare type unlocked. Yeah. Yeah, now instead of, because I used to dream about like, oh no, like today's the day of the final and I forgot to show up to the class for the whole year. Oh no. I get that I used to get that nightmare so often. And like, I haven't been to college in a long time, you guys. Let me just make that very clear, okay? But it's always the same dream of like, oh crap, I forgot to go to class the entire year. It happens every time. Now let me update the Nugget tracker before I forget. Once again, thank you so much, Cypher and Raven, for supporting us. Thank you so much. You guys are so lovely. I gotta make you guys some art. You guys have been so sweet. Also, 111 out of 151 Nuggies. Chip says, I had that happen for an online course once. Oh no. Duppy says, welcome to the Work Stress Dream Club. Oh my god. It's so, yeah, it's funny. It's interesting, like, the current understanding of dreams, by the way, is that we use dreams as a way to like rehearse things that could possibly scare us or you know, endanger our existence. So I envisioned that human beings a long time ago used to, you know, dream about fighting lions and escaping from, you know, vultures and stuff. Which is definitely a far cry from what we're dreaming about. I'm just dreaming about forgetting to stream, which is, you know, in a way, I'm like, I'm thankful that we don't have to worry about tigers and lions anymore. By the way, we have, so we have 111 Nuggies. By the way, Pokemon number 111 is Rhyhorn, which is the basic form of Rhydon, which is the very first Pokemon ever designed. That's why in the Pokemon games, the statues always look like Rhydons. Kitty says, I still have nightmares about my old job. It's been out of business for like 7 years. Oh my god. Oh, Plagueford says, I gotta go back to work. Y'all have a good day. Also, JoJo Outfits tier list when. Yo, that should happen. Let me write that down, actually. That's actually a really good idea. JoJo Outfit tier list, for sure. Oh man, I get to rant about Jotaro's stupid hat. Thanks for popping by, my man. Love you. Let's hang out soon. Oh, by the way, Kitty has been making tier lists like recently. Kitty made a whole tier list for ranking every song in Love Life. She made the tier list for my book where I reviewed all the books that I read in 2022, and she just made one. Wait, yeah, the one for all the bachelors, yeah. Would Spoon wear a summer dress? That's actually a really fair point. Let me just write down JoJo outfit tier list. Okay. Now I think I missed that message by Doppy. Doppy said I had a dream when I was when I started working at my new job that all the parents of my students started a Twitter hate campaign against me. Oh no! Oh Doppy, that's a nightmare right there. Oh my god. If y'all want, I'll post in my tier list in the Discord. Yo, you should, honestly. Like, I can't believe that you unlocked your one of your other abilities being, you know, being able to like make tier lists super quickly. So the way that I envision a Spoon wearing a floppy hat. Let me see if I can find a good description of a floppy hat. That is no. Is it literally like a newsboy hat? No, not a newsboy hat. All right, you know what? Kind of like, what do you call these hats? Yeah, okay. Newsboy hat, women. I'm looking up hats, by the way. No, oh yeah, like one of these floppy hats, yeah. Like one of these floppy hats. I'm picturing this, but like not in black. And it's the first of spring, by the way. I think I forgot to actually. There's supposed to be a setting. Where is it? Oh yeah, I skipped step 8 when we're supposed to decide when we're actually gonna show up in town. But we're doing the first of spring because that's how all these games always start. No, I wasn't thinking of a summer hat. No, I'm sorry. I like that everyone is like, oh yeah, I like Ghost, by the way. What's the season again? It's spring. I forgot to do step number 8. Kashi Kit? Kashikiet. Kashikiet? I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm looking up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think I know what I'm looking up. No, that means Spoon's B-Day is coming soon. Yes! Yeah, Spoon's B-Day is in 9 days. We're arriving on day 1 of spring. Spoon's birthday is on the 9th, and Nuggy's birthday is on the 10th. Someone remind me later that we need to make a promise to find or make Nuggy something for its birthday. Friendship birthday party. It's so true. It's so true. Okay. Where was I? I was describing Spoon. Yeah. So Spoon, in classic tropey way, they catch its reflection on the mirror. This cap, I think it's called a catch kit. Okay. I looked it up and it wasn't giving me anything. It's a catch key? No, it's giving me a fish. I don't think that's it. What if I type a hat? Cashkit hat? A cashkit hat? I don't think it's that either. I don't think so. No. Anyways. Sorry, friendship birthday party's getting me. Yeah. Everywhere says newsboy hat. Nonetheless, that's the hat I'm picturing. Now I think Spoon is wearing like a heavy coat. Also because I bet it gets way colder in the city. The city's up north, of course. Oh, Sophie says that's what we call them in Poland. Oh, that makes sense then. That makes sense. Thank you for clarifying that. So I envision Spoon wearing like a thick coat, making it look puffier than it already is. And you know, I imagine that like in front of them, like on their lap, they have like a mid-sized backpack with everything they managed to bring from with everything they wanted to bring from their apartment in the big city. You know, and inside of it, you know, there's a childhood plush, a little robot-looking plushy boy. They have knitting and crocheting supplies, you know, like a big ball of yarn, a little pencil case full of needles. And actually, see, Ghost is asking, is the cheese in the backpack? Now, the way that I envision it is that on the seat next to Spoon in the bus is actually a paper bag with the wheel of cheese. Oh, Marty's hitting us with the lore on hats. Known in Ireland as a paddy cap, in Scotland as a bonnet, in Wales as a die cap, and in the United States as an English cap, Irish cap, and flat cap. That's funny. Yo, thanks for the lore there, Marty. Way to go. I like it. I love it. I love it. I love it when Chad works together to find an answer, honestly. This is why ARGs will never last more than like 24 hours, because when the whole internet gets together, everything gets solved right away. Marty says, haha, I had to look it up. Yo, I still though appreciate it. I gave up, so I'm happy that you know you managed to seal that little circle, unlocking hat lore. I appreciate that. Also, I love that in the United States it's known as like English cap, Irish cap, and flat cap. Like I like it. It's funny. It's funny. Now let me just really quickly. There you go. So. On the seat next to it at the bus. Forgive me if I keep messing up its. I'm not really used to using its, but I'm always willing to try and get better at things. Next to its seat at the bus is a little paper bag with a big wheel of brie cheese with a single leaf of parsley. It is, in fact, one of the favorite treats that Spoon and its friend Nuggy used to enjoy back when they were young. In fact, you know, they knew each other in the town. They didn't super hang out, but sometimes, you know, there were, you know, maybe like little troublemaker children together. And I like the idea that like they used to like break into or sneak into Nuggy's parents' pantry, and they would like eat the brie. You know, they would eat, like take handfuls of brie and just like shove them in their little like baby mouths. Goat says the single piece of parsley is very important to the plot. It is Nuggy's favorite part about the cheese. It's so true. I like Cypher says, my experience with RPGs is that every puzzle is either solved immediately or remains unsolved for 60 years. There is no in between. It's true. It's absolutely true. That's funny. Also, I love the Death Note lore happening in chat. So yes, I envision young Spoon and young Nuggy, their little snake friend. It's snake friend. Be like just young little woodland creatures, just like sneaking into the pantry and just like eating handfuls of brie. So Spoon is hoping to maybe reconnect with its friend Nuggy, and maybe watch their health get a little bit better. They it misses the fresh air of its small town. So as the bus is driving along the long road towards Iron Valley, Spoon recognizes the views in the distance. Over on its right side by the window, through the window of the bus, they can see the ocean in the distance. The shore, like low forest, the canopy of forest, giving way to the cliffs and the ocean in the very distance. Even though it's spring. It's spring, and even though winter has just passed, there's just a thin layer of fog hanging around. Yes, I could have rolled for weather, but it's too late now. It's a little bit foggy today, okay? Over to the left, if it turned its head and looked at the other way of the bus, they could see the big mountains and thick canopy of forests on the other side. This is so far away. Yo, we got spam bots. Let's go. Yo, who took care of that? Was that Kitty? It must have been Kitty. Yo, Kitty, thank you for taking care of the spam bots. Super appreciate it. Bye-bye, malicious ladies. Yeah, the malicious ladies trying to sell their goods. Unfortunate, but that's true. That was fast. Good job, Kitty. So, where was I? We are hours and hours away from the big city. There's no pollution in the air, the sky is clear, and Spoon is slowly but surely returning back to its hometown. The bus comes to a stop, probably like 40 minutes later, and Spoon, thanks the bus driver because they were not raised. It was definitely not raised, by savages. Spoon is very well behaved. Spoon thanks the bus driver and grabs its little backpack and its little paper bag with brie cheese and takes the steps down onto the unpaved road. They were the only person in the bus, and the bus drives away. Spoon looks up and finds that the bus sign, the bus stop sign, it's the same one that it's ever been. It's worn out, but it's the same it was since they were little. That bus stop sign has not changed. And that carries through to most of Iron Valley. Iron Valley has not changed much. It's a small town. It's a small community. Used to be a lot better, but that's not to say that the town is in decline. It's still a lively place to be. And as Spoon, even though the bus stop is by the road, they still, it still has to walk quite a little bit of ways to actually make it into town. So Spoon walks down the wide road that leads towards Iron Valley, and little by little the trees give way to, and the unpaved ground gives way to a little bit of cobblestone, and they find themselves back in its hometown of Iron Valley. Iron Valley, I envision it being a little bit like the Japanese countryside. I envision there. Except, it's stone, not so much, traditional wood buildings, but, I envision that everything is a little bit rustic, things haven't changed in a long time. The street lights are still those big orange light bulbs, no LEDs in here. There's hardly any, I want to say there's 0 billboards anywhere. The sidewalks have that weird thing where they're so old that they're almost flush to the street. You know what I'm saying? The sidewalk is so so worn with the foots and the steps of all the little woodland creatures, working and moving about, that it's almost flush to the actual street. Of course, not like the street is being used a lot. Like Kendra missed the malicious ladies. It's not like the streets are being used a lot, you know, although there might be a cart here and there, and maybe like, there might be like one car that you can see probably drive by maybe every couple hours. Most people are just walking to and fro, and as, you know, a Spoon is walking, you know, on its way, and now, my question is, I assume, I think Spoon is just gonna go straight to Nuggy's house, I think. I feel like Spoon is gonna go to Nuggy's house. Oh, what do y'all feel? Because we have several quests to work on. We have, you know, we could spend a little bit of time enjoying the air back home. We could maybe learn a little bit about the town. I kind of feel like maybe we should just work on getting to know our host, I think. I feel like we might want to reconnect with Nuggy, which makes me wonder that we should probably... I don't think Nuggy is... It's the day after New Year's, but it's still just a regular day. It's bread day, actually, and we all know that people work on bread day. So Nuggy would actually be working at the bar. Yeah, let's go meet Nuggy. Now, it's been so long that I'm pretty sure Spoon... I envision Spoon pulling a little folded piece of paper out of its coat pocket, and they look and it looks for the address for the bar, because, you know, they lived here. You know, it lived here when it was a kid, you know, a little baby chinchilla, and, you know, Spoon never went to the bar. So Spoon actually, like, you know, Spoon needs a little bit of a refresher on where the bar actually is. Now, I need to really quickly, because I don't have tables for everything just yet, right? I don't have tables for everything, but thankfully Sean Tompkin made tables for everything. So let me get a little bit of, although actually I'm getting another idea actually. So I want to roll to see what is the condition for the bar. Okay, you know what? First off, I'm gonna roll to see how big the bar is and what condition it's on. So I'm gonna roll a d100. The bigger the number, the bigger the number, the bigger that the. Wait a minute. I realized I don't have the dice right, the right dice on here actually. Oh well, too late. So I'm gonna roll the d100, and the bigger the number, the bigger the actual bar is. So a 100 means that this is like a huge, like, you know, like a huge bar. Maybe it's even got like an inn attached to it, that kind of thing. If it's a 1, this is literally a hole in the wall. You know, this might be like 2 bar stools and a counter. You know. 5. This is a hole in the wall. This. So I'm gonna say, because we rolled a 5, there is approximately enough room for 5 woodland creatures to be inside of this building. You know, like buildings have that little the bar name being hole in a wall. It's so true. You know, like most buildings have like a little plaque that says that, like, you know, the maximum occupancy is like 800 people. For here, maximum occupancy is like 9 people. Yeah, I envision that there's literally like 3 bar stools, and room for a bartender and maybe someone to be cleaning, and that's as many people as fit in this actual place. So let me go write a note on Nuggy's little entry. Nuggy's bar, hole in the wall, is tiny, seating at most like 3 people. Now, what is the condition of this bar? 100 being like pristine, brand new, everything's great. 1 meaning that it's literally falling apart. The wall paint is falling off the walls. That's 100. That's actually 100, by the way. I know it looks like I rolled a 0. You can't roll a 0 from 1 to 100. That's actually 100. This is a brand new little place, which actually kind of makes sense considering that, you know, Nuggy moved back. So I'm gonna actually read this as like, this is actually Nuggy's bar called Hole in the Wall. Other than the limited space, the bar is brand new, and stands in stark contrast to the rest of the town. I don't know why I'm picturing like the bar from FF7. Just like this is the only place where neon exists, by the way. It's a brand spanking new place. Place was originally made by a mouse owner. Oh, I like that. I like that. Hole in the wall. I kind of like that, actually. And I like that the mouse owner sold it to a snake. I actually kind of like that. Yeah, I'm picturing this. This place looks like someone's like micro Sims build. You know, like it's optimized, but it looks a little bit too modern. Like I imagine that it's squished between two other old buildings, like an old barber shop, and then like maybe like a general store. And between both of them, between those two like old brick buildings, is this like white, gray, like chrome and like neon. You know, I'm picturing like on the outside it has like potted like succulents. You know, like this is very modern, right? This looks like something out of the city, and maybe that's what Nugget was trying to bring into the small town. You know, and again, it only sits a few people. So I'm gonna assume that it's it's relatively near the entrance of the town. I don't think that we're gonna have to be walking a long way to get there. So I envision that a spoon, it pulls out that little piece of folded paper, finds the address, and aw, thank you. Aw, thank you. Really appreciate that. Hi, Bianca. Aw. Thank you, that's so sweet. Let me read your message. I never really interacted before. I usually just lurk in the background, but I wanted to say I really enjoy your streams. The chill vibes, the way you create, your notes are just so clean and pleasing to look at, and simply fun. I feel like I've had art writing block for quite some time, but you're inspiring me to think more about my own characters and to work on them more, and for that I thank you. Keep being awesome. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that I've been able to help you, And honestly, when I turn on the screen and I sit down here to do some live streaming, I try to just be not the best version of myself, but just try to be myself, to show what my creative process is like, and to show that, although the blank page, whether it is for drawing or for writing, can be daunting, it can also be conquered, and that there's something fun in here. I feel like a lot of writing advice makes writing feel like a chore, and I don't think so. I love creative endeavors. That's why I make art. That's why I tell stories, whether it is in books or in role-playing games. Thank you so much for going out of your way to tell me that, by the way. Thank you so much, Bianca. It's so sweet. Thank you. Aww. I'm dead. Yeah. Let's go. Kitty. Someone smite them. I got him. Oh, thank you, Kitty. I have never banned anyone. Right on cue. We're having a nice touching moment. And then the malicious ladies. Oh, Kendra did it. Yo, Kendra, thank you. We're having a nice moment over here. Yeah, listen, malicious ladies. We were having a nice moment. And then you come here and ruin. No. Once again, thank you so much, Bianca. That's so sweet of you. Thank you for going out of your way to let me know that. Honestly, I know. How do I say this? Especially on the internet, it's really easy to think of the people that make content, and you assume that they have enough positive affirmation, and the answer to that is absolutely not. People who make content, they don't hear enough people telling them that what they do helps them and matters, and I really appreciate you going out of your way to tell me. That's why I too got out of my way to let people know when they're funny, or they make me laugh, or they teach me something I didn't know before. It's good to carry those good vibes into the rest of the world, Remove some of that friction that makes life difficult. Anyways, thank you so much. All right. I'm so touched. I'm so completely touched. All right, where was I? Smite them. All right, where was I? Okay, yeah. So, a spoon eventually finds, between this barbershop and this general shop, there is this modern building. I'm picturing, the trimming on the sides of like the walls and stuff is like chrome, and like the cobblestone was like dug up for like a nice like pattern, like dark brown grayish like brick, and there's like succulents planted just underneath the windowsill. There's a neon sign, and I imagine the neon sign says "hole in the wall," and it shows like in between the animation, like there's a hole, and then like a snake's head poking out of the hole, and then like it goes in and out. That's what the sign for hole in a wall is, by the way. It's a little snake poking its head out of the hole. And through the little window, a spoon catches the image of or the outline of its friend, Nuggy. And people in chat, can someone please tell me what species of snake Nuggy is? By the way, I was picturing like a corn snake. I was picturing kind of like the Kosi snake from Pokemon Sword Shield. Ball python, says Kitty. Corn snake or ball python? Okay, I'm basically picturing, by the way, trigger warning for snakes, by the way. Oh, the ball pythons are just so dumb. I'm kind of picturing like this kind of pattern, by the way. I'm picturing like a nice earthy tone. Yeah. So ball pythons, actually, they have puppy mouths, so definitely it's a ball python for sure. Now, don't ask me how it's like picking things up, okay? We have not figured this out. This is why I put a snake in the list of animal species as a joke. It was actually a joke. But now we have a snake. No, so either A, it could just have hands. It could just be like a Tsuchinoko. Or it uses its tail for everything. I'm gonna let your imagination figure that out. Or it just grabs things with its mouth. Yeah, that's also fair. So, here's what's happening. Spoon sees its college slash childhood friend Nuggy through the window, and let me actually roll a d10. Is there someone drinking? The higher the number, the more people that are actually in there. Yo, it's actually busy? Oh, okay, so I have to ask a question now. 82, so I want to say there's literally like 2 people drinking. My question is this place, is it serving alcohol? Or is it like is it like a milk bar? Is it like a cereal bar? Oh, please let it be a cereal bar. Oh, please. Let me have a cereal bar. 100 is cereal bar. Let's go! It's a cereal bar! Oh my god. I have always wanted to have a cereal bar in a story. Grape juice. No, it's a cereal bar. People come in and Nuggy's like,
what are you having?
And then they're like, give me your sweetest frosted flakes. And then Nuggy's like,
you got it, boss.
And then like with its tail, it pulls the box of frosted flakes from under the counter. Pours them into like a bowl and then pours the milk in.
What are you having?
Oh my god, I love the idea that it's a cereal bar. It's a cereal bar. Fruit Loops. Leave the box. Yes! Leave the box. Oh man, someone's having a bad day. So what's wrong with them?
Oh man, you don't even know. They're on their 4th box of Lucky Charms. They're having a bad day.
It's my Chocopic peacefully. It's so true. This bar serves cereal. Cereal for only the most hardened of animal denizens. When someone asks for Raisin Brands, that's how you know it's a bad day. Nuggy in the tone of the... Yeah. What are you buying? What are you selling? Chocopic. What's this cereal? I swear to god, if this is literally just like... Yo, this actually looks tasty as heck! Yo! What's Nestle? Oh, interesting. Yo! Chocopic. Now we have to come up with legally distinct cereal brands. It's so true. I'll have some Captain Crunch without the milk. And then everyone just goes quiet. You get the record scratch. Yo, Chocopic. That actually sounds incredible. Honestly, I feel like Trix is all underrated. I feel like Trix deserves some respect. But anyways, don't take my word for it. A spoon sees Nuggy working, and there's several people in there. And I'm just gonna do like They are animal villagers. I'm gonna picture. Let's just make it like a couple dogs, just like having breakfast. I'm gonna assume it's still relatively early in the day. You know what? Yeah, it's still relatively early in the day. Screw it. Spoon decides. I envision Spoon kind of like fixing its coat. Fixing its little hat, and making sure that the bag is good. And they open the door. There's a little ding ding, and they watch. It watches as Nuggy looks up. With a bit of an expectant look. It's like,
huh, who is it now?
and then they see, a familiar white chinchilla face, and Nuggy's eyes immediately light up. And I feel like this is a great chance for Spoon to try their best. I think that Spoon wants to work on their quest or their promise to get to know their host, and I feel they want to make a good first impression. It wants to make a good first impressions. God damn it! You're so right, Ghost. We need a. So on the animal table, I made it so dogs and cats can be more likely, but we definitely need a cat/dog breed table. This is fair. This is absolutely fair. You're right. You're right. There should be a breed table. I'm picturing like two like big dogs, and maybe like two like a Labrador, maybe two Labradors. I don't know. So when you try your best, we're working towards fulfilling a promise. A little pug and a big husky. I do kind of like that. I like that the pug is the one having the Razor brand. The pug is having Life cereal, and the big husky's got something really sweet like. I'm thinking something really, really, really sweet. It's Fruity Pebbles. Oh my god. Yo, I love this gay couple that we just like made, by the way. I'm envisioning that Spoon wants to make a really good first impression, and they're not inquiring. It's just gonna go in and introduce itself and be like, it's so nice to see you. I brought you a little present. And so we're gonna roll the dice. I'm gonna switch over to Gaze in Space so that I can do this roll, by the way, because I don't have those dice in here. So things are gonna look wrong for a second. Just don't think about it. That wasn't even that bad, actually. I panicked about doing that. It was fine. It was actually super fine. All right, so when we roll dice in this game, for anyone who doesn't know, here's the way that it works. Okay, you add your attribute value. And any bonuses you have, we have no bonuses, so we're just 4. And you add that value to the roll of a d6, that is known as your action score. You then compare your action score against the roll of 2d10s, 2 individual 10-sided dice. And you see which of those dice do you exceed. If you exceed the value in both of those dice, it's called a strong hit. If you exceed the value of only one dice, it's called a weak hit. And if you exceed the value of none, it's called a miss. And then you interpret the things how they work. So, Spoon is going to offer its present to Nuggy as a way to thank them for letting it stay, and we're hoping that this goes well. So we're gonna roll. So it's +4. 5 + 4 is 9. It doesn't beat the 9, but it beats the 7, so that's a weak hit. So let me tell you what happens on a weak hit, okay? So, on a weak hit, you succeed but lose track of time. If this brings you closer towards fulfilling a promise, mark 1 tick on it, then time passes. So, the difference between a weak hit and a strong hit is that on a strong hit, you get 2 ticks, which is a way of marking progress, and time doesn't pass it, so you actually make more out of the time that you have in the day. But because we didn't, we get only 1 progress, which is still good. We only need to fill 3 boxes, and it's 4 ticks per box. So we're already like in the way to completing this quest. And also time passes, so I'm actually gonna go over here and just delete this. So there's now only time for 3 more things to do in the day. So now we have to envision how we were successful and how time passes. So we get a nice little montage. I envision that this game would be a little bit of like, once it's really going. You don't do like super moment to moment. You do like kind of like montages from here and there, right? So we see a Spoon offering the little bag, and again Nuggy's eyes like light up, and you can hear them like muttering under their breath. It's like, oh, you're such a sap. You're such a sap, always doing stuff like this. And we see like we do like the movie thing where like, you know, time is passing and like moving really fast, and we don't hear the dialogue, but where we see like Nuggy introducing Spoon to like the two dogs, and the two dogs like, you know, they smile, they introduce themselves, and they're like, they point to Nuggy, and like we assume from like their expressions and the ways that their mouths are moving that like they're complimenting how much they love coming to the cereal bar. And you know, and I envision that, like, you know, time is moving fast, right? It's like fast forward, and eventually the dogs leave, and it's just Spoon and Nuggy just like washing dishes, and you know, eventually I imagine that, like, you know, after a few more people come in, I think that after lunch, I'm thinking like after 12, Nuggy is like, you know what, let's go grab lunch, you know? We could have cereal here, but you know, like, I have cereal all the time. Let's go actually get a bite at the inn. I feel like the inn sounds like a great place to go. An inn or a restaurant, people call it, inn or restaurant. And we would actually get to roll on Charles' amazing food table, by the way. A restaurant or just the inn? Because I feel like the inn would be more like bar food, you know, like wings and like, you know, like a chunk of meat, or in this case, like a chunk of like, you know, a big leek just like cooked on the grill. Can I get a call on whether it should be a restaurant or just like an inn? Well, I take a sip of water, by the way. I vote for the inn, says Marty. I like the idea for the inn, honestly. You know, like, because I feel like nothing that I don't want to say that I don't want it to feel like a date, but definitely a really nice casual experience, you know. And again, okay, we're going for the inn for sure. So I envision that, like, you know, we get like a nice shot of like, you know, Spoon and Nuggy, you know, walking towards the inn right at the center of town, by the way, you know. And like maybe earlier we had an establishing shot as Spoon was walking down the main road. That was like the big inn in the center of town. Maybe we established that before, you know. If this was a story I was writing, I would go back and add it, but, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying, you know? It was there the whole time, we just didn't see it. And, you know, they walk through the double doors of this big inn, you know, and it's got like wood pillars, and I envision like a bunch of round tables, and there's an organ off to one side, there's like a piano. Everything has this warm glow to it. The wood, the chandeliers, with their warm like orange like light bulbs shine against the polished wood with this wonderful warm tone everywhere. It feels like you're like it feels like you're like being wrapped in a large orange blanket, you know. And, you know, I'm gonna say since it's a little chilly, there's probably like the fire is on, you know, like the fireplace is crackling, and like there's music and sounds, and I think that as we're actually, you know what, how about this, as we're having lunch with Nuggy, I think we're gonna inquire to see how Nuggy has been since it left the college. I feel like that seems like something good to do, and it also kills another well, it feeds two birds with one stone because it also advances our quest to get to know them, to know it. So we're gonna roll hard and then inquire. And we're asking those questions while we're waiting for our lunch to show up, and I'll be rolling for lunch in a second. So Spoon is asking Nuggy what they've been up to, you know, how has life been since it left for college and it started this business. So plus 5, by the way, because we're inquiring. 5 plus 2 is 7. The 7 beats the 1, but not the 9. Man, these 9s are savage. So once again, we get a weak hit, which means that we succeed, which is good. We get to actually mark progress on. They get to know the host. We're already halfway through this box. Each box can only hold 4 ticks, by the way. And once again, we lose track of time, but we're successful. So let me just really quickly take off 1 tick of time. And again, once you're playing, time moves really fast in this game, and that's kind of what I want. I want you to really get the feeling of time passing, because in regular Ironsworn, you know, time moves really slowly. Like, we've done 2 sessions of Gaze in Space, and it's been like 2 hours of in-game time, you know? So I like the idea of, like, you sit down to play, and much like Harvest Moon or Story of Seasons or Stardew Valley, you play for like an hour and you get like 2 days done. You know what I'm saying? So let me just quickly roll to see what we had at the inn. So I'm gonna roll for it. That's an oracle roll, by the way. The dish is number 71. Number 71. Dish number 71, and I'm thinking it has to be lunch. So number 71 under lunch. Oh, what's tadig? By the way, Charles made this with a bunch of international dishes. Tadig, pronounced Tadig, literally means bottom of the pot in Persian, and it refers to a beautiful pan-dried Persian rice that is fluffy. Ooh, this sounds delicious. Oh my god, that actually sounds delicious. Holy crap, Charles. Oh, of course Nuggy wanted us to have this. Look at this, is delicious, by the way. Yo, oh my god, this actually sounds great. Kitty, we should cook this. We should make this. It just means bottom of the pot. Yeah, because the bottom of the pot gets all like crispy. And I love the jasmine rice too, by the way. Oh my god. My mouth is salivating at that. So of course, Nuggy was like, no. You're not gonna get pancakes or nothing. You're gonna get this. This stuff is the best. So I envision that like, and we succeed, by the way. So Nuggy is gonna open up to us about how it has been these last few, I would say like maybe month, maybe a year since it dropped out of college to open the bar. And we get a nice little like progression of time happening on the screen, right? You know, we're both sitting at the same little table. There's a nice glow of the fireplace, the crackling of wood. There's the smell of fire smoke for, you know, like smoking veggies, or, you know, something getting cooked on the pan. There's the chatter of this inn. It's a lively place. And for a second, Spoon remembers why they loved this place, why they loved growing up here, because they always felt like they were in good company. And there's music playing, you know, there's probably, I'm gonna say there's, you know, let me just roll an animal real quick. What animal is playing the piano? I was gonna say a cat, but that's way too, like, on the money. So let me actually really quickly just roll for an animal. Who's playing the piano? Ooh, that is actually 96. That's actually really down. 96. There's a unicorn? It's just Julian? It's just Julian from Animal Crossing is just playing the piano? Julian is just playing the piano? I knew... We're rolling all of the meme animals that I put on the list. It's just Julian from Animal Crossing. Okay. A dang unicorn? Good for him. Anyone who doesn't know what Julian looks like, by the way? I put Julian here as a joke, by the way. I put unicorn as a joke. Oh, hey, Dimensional. We're playing a role-playing game today. We're playtesting the role-playing game add-on that I'm making, Iron Valley. So yes, there's a lovely unicorn person, and it's kind of like Animal Crossing at the moment. There's a unicorn person playing the piano, and it's just the lovely little atmosphere. And as Spoon and Nuggy are catching up with one another, we learn what Nuggy has been up to. And I want to roll the dice to see how good Nuggy has been going. Right? If it's a low number, Nuggy, you know, hasn't been doing too well, and if it's a high number, it's been a success. The business is great. Everything is good. Ooh, big bounce, big bounce. 77. Things have been all right, honestly. So I like the idea of having a friend who is actually, for once, Nuggy feels like things are coming together for its life, right? You know, for once, what color is Spoon's hat? I'm gonna say that it's a nice muted color. I would say maybe a gray or a light brown. Definitely, I feel like Spoon doesn't like wearing super light colored clothing because they have a very white fur. So, you know, they feel that, you know, it just looks like they're running around, you know, naked if they're wearing like a white coat. So I'm picturing like a light brown or a gray. So 77, that to me tells me that Nuggy feels that things are getting better. Things are more better than bad. Oh, this is hours back. Oh, but it turns out the Enquire versus Inquire thing is US versus UK. Oh my god, no. Quick question. Sorry, we're in the middle of role-playing right now. Sorry, Spoon in overalls. Hard melts. I know, I love that. Although that would just be like, it's an overall with just one leg? It's so weird. But I feel like this means that Nuggy is having a really, really good time. Finally, you know, Nuggy dropped out of Chinchilla Community College, and it decided to go back to its small town and open up a cereal bar. And it's been a success, you know? And, you know, the way that I feel like Nuggy, you know, over the course of like several hours, Nuggy tells Spoon how you know, it was afraid that people were not gonna accept the cereal bar. You know, it was worried that people, you know, they were gonna make it like an us versus them kind of thing. Where like, oh, really, another restaurant is setting up here by an outsider, and it's like, you left the town, you're not welcome back here. And Nuggy was completely wrong. Nuggy was completely wrong. The town was super welcoming to Nuggy. And again, I love the idea that like those the old gay couple dogs. I love that, like, you know, there's the regulars who are like older generation who are like, wow, I really do love the idea of having cereal at a bar. And not only because it's nutritious and tasty, but also because it gives you the sense of companionship of talking with other people. You know, for part of the community element of having a gathering place, like, you know, a bar in a way. So definitely we learn. I for one, I'm relieved to know it also doubles as a milk bar. It's so true. I for one, I'm relieved that Nuggy, you know, isn't having a bad time. No one is mistreating Nuggy. And did I mark time? I did mark time. Perfect. So now it's the middle of the day, and I'm not sure. You know, do you guys think? Kendra said we had a cereal bar for a bit. I think I know which one you're talking about, because one of the people that I follow was like, I want to go to that place. But now, what do you guys think Spoon should do? Because I think Nuggy has to go back to work. It's been it's been a little while. It closed the shop for a little bit, but Nuggy has to get back to work. So what should Spoon do? Should Spoon just like go back to the, go to Nuggy's place and like settle in? I don't know. Walk around town, because the quests we have are learn the town's past or what has happened to the town since, and just enjoy the nice weather at home. Like those guys in anime who start to babble life wisdom at random. Yeah, I love that. I don't know. What do you guys think? I like the idea that like we could have Spoon spend some time in nature, you know, just walking around, just like maybe go down to the beach and look longingly at the horizon. Maybe walk around and see what's new in town. I love that. Regulars of this bar are like that. Oh yeah, for sure, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. So Fifi's so right. Like, you know, like an old peacock walks into the bar and is like, oh my god, Nuggy, you have no idea. You have no idea what I saw today on my way to the salon. I don't know what this character is, but I already love them. That's like that character just like emerged into being in one sentence. So, Nuggy and Spoon promise to catch up with each other later in the day. So there's a little bit of, there's like, it's like the middle of the day, and I think, the reason why Spoon wanted to move into the country was to catch that nice weather, So I think we're gonna kill two birds with one stone. And Spoon is gonna spend some time walking around town, taking in that lovely, lovely air, and I originally meant that you could only advance one quest at a time, but now maybe I'm seeing the error of my ways, because we can definitely learn more about the town and actually, enjoy the air back home together. So I might change that ruling. Nonetheless, my goal right now, I want Spoon. Nuggy's such a good name, by the way. I want Spoon to spend some time out in the lovely, lovely, clear air of the small town, and just partake in what's changed. And what would be the best option here? They're not acting quickly. They're not walking for a long time. I think I'm actually gonna use wits, because I envision that Spoon is looking around, really like taking in the details. Because when you go, when you arrive to a place as a tourist, you don't take in all the details, right? There's always that sense in the back of your head of like, I don't have to remember the layout of these streets because I won't be here in a week. You know what I'm saying? But Spoon is really, walking through town, really getting to know the layout of the streets, remembering what things used to be like, the layout of the town must have changed from now to then, right? Maybe a street got covered up, that old lot that was just like a big field of grass is now like, like an actual thing. It's a couple of houses there, that old bridge finally fell down, that kind of stuff. So we're gonna roll plus wits, so that's a +3. We're not jumping. I don't think we're gonna jump. No worries, kitty. Go take care of what you need to take care of, okay? Love you. So I envision, they're definitely not gonna be jumping around. I don't think so. Although it would be nice to get a nice vantage point, actually. But no. The Spoon has been in the city for far too long. You don't go jumping around on people's rooftops in the city. So +3. Are we successful at just enjoying the layout of the town and also taking in some nice fresh air? +3. 5 + 3 is 8. The 8 beats the 5 and the 3. It is, in fact, a strong hit. Let's go. On a strong hit, you are successful. If this brings you closer towards fulfilling a promise, Mark 2 ticks on it. Yo. All right, so I'm going to say, I guess maybe, okay, I guess I have to pick one, right? I'll pick one. I will pick Learn the Town's Past. So in that case, I'm going to give progress to Learning the Town's Past. So what have we learned about the town? So let me roll the dice real quick. I'm gonna do an oracle roll. The higher the number, the better the town has been doing. The town has been in decline, we know that, but has it been for the better or for the worst? Oh, 78. It's been kind of good, actually. So once I envision that once all the mining operations left the town, things actually got a little bit better. There was, there was a little bit of pollution being generated by, the mining happening, and disturbance in the nature, and now it feels like things are getting back to that nice, slow, sleepy way that a small agricultural town like this ought to be, As Spoon was walking around town, Spoon noticed quite a few, large fields, fields that were full with community gardens and crops, but they were also living in tandem with nature. It wasn't just a large field of just corn, I envision actually a community garden out of an entire block became a community garden. There's lots of swatches of nature here and there. Even though the town is in fact, a little island of civilization, nature is everywhere, I envision in between certain streets, the flow of the street is stopped by just an old pond that is still there. The cobblestones go around the pond as though to not disturb this little pond that's been here since forever. And eventually Spoon finds itself at the very edge of town, looking at the horizon, at the ocean, and taking a deep breath of that beautiful fresh air. It's cold, it's spring, winter just finished yesterday. But things are good here, and the town is better than how Spoon left it. And that actually, it feels really good to know that the town, even though all the business from the mining operations left, things are still relatively better. And because we actually got a strong hit, we actually didn't lose time. We actually made a really good progress with the time we had. So I think, with the time that we have left over, because we have a little bit of time, we have to go meet with Nuggy. But I think this might be a great chance to check in on Grandpa Chinchilla, I think. What do y'all think? Is it time to go check in on Grandpa Chinchilla? Grandpa Chinchilla running the chinchilla farm? What do y'all think, huh? I think it sounds like a good plan. It sounds to me like something really fun to do. Grandpappy Chinchilla! Grandpachi! I love that! Okay, so, having... I feel like Spoon had a checklist, right? Of thank Nuggy and have a moment with Nuggy, get some air, see what the town's been up to, go say hi to Grandpa, go say hi to Grandpachi. So it's time for us to generate a new character. Now we know that Grandpachi, there's a few things we can know about Grandpachi, okay? Their name is Grandpachi. Now, I will roll to see what their real name is, but we call them Grandpachi, by the way. So what's Grandpachi's real name? Because I know people wanted to be something silly, right? So listen, I'm here for you. So what's Grandpachi's real name? Yo, you see that flip? Anyone else see that flip? The number is 74. 74 means that their name is Peony, Quartz, or Skelly. I actually kind of like Peony. Peony feels like an old-timey name, Peony, Quartz, or Skelly. Their name isn't gonna be Skelly. Oh my god, Moontomes. Grandpachi Skelly. Someone stop Moontomes from making me call this character Skelly. Peony says Sofifi. It's a family tradition to have S names. Oh, that's a good point. The next person in chat is gonna decide it. The next person is Skelly. Okay, the name is Skelly. Quartz cause the fur. That's also a really good point. Unfortunately, I do think I will make a point here that we do call them Grandpachi, which is my favorite Tamagotchi name, by the way. That's a joke. The name is Skelly. I was gonna be like, all their names started with S, like Squirts and Espiony. They're a chinchilla. I'm gonna assume, okay, because it's Grandpappy, so I'm gonna assume that, of course, they're an elder. Their pronouns are he, him. And the gender presentation, I'm gonna say they're just mask. Let's just go with mask. Squirts is also really good, by the way. Now, I think we can assume, okay, do we like Grandpachi being a farmer, or do we want to roll to see what Grandpachi's role in the town is? Grandpa's a state of mind. Baby Grandpa. Baby Grandpa Mayor. I swear to God, if we roll and it turns out that Grandpachi is the mayor, I'm gonna be so, like, shook. Could I get someone in chat to tell me, do we just roll to see what Grandpachi's job is, or do we just commit to it being farmer? So, roll for it, as in, like, roleplay for it? Maybe their last name starts with S and they want their names to fit. That would make sense, actually. So, Ghosts asks, actually, do we roll if biological, adopted, or found family? Now, so, we could, and I might make a table for that. Let me make a note of that, actually. Relationship table for relatives. And acquaintances. So that way you can actually roll if two people are, like, engaged or something. So, we're not gonna roll for it today, because I like the idea of it being an old chinchilla. I'm not gonna lie. I like the idea that he farms as a hobby or second income. Oh, I like that for sure, yeah. Yeah, Grandpachi definitely, like, farms for fun. Let's see what their job is. I swear to God, if it's mayor, I'm gonna be so freaking mad. I'm gonna be so mad if it's mayor. 55. Oh my God, it might be mayor. 55 is right in the middle. Please. Matchmaker! Grandpachi Skelly is a matchmaker. Oh my God. Okay, so in my head, Grandpachi Skelly went from being like having, like, the overalls and like the gloves and, like, a straw hat. Grandpachi, romance guru Grandpachi. Okay, Chippedees just completely sold me. Grandpachi has published several love advice novels, or love advice books, by the way. Yes, heart-shaped sunglasses. Oh my God. Well, no wonder Spoon didn't want to come here right away. He knows everything about romance. Okay, I need to roll. How much does Spoon, I don't want to say hate, but how much does Spoon kind of not like living? How stressed is the relationship between Spoons and Grandpachi? Because I can imagine having, like, a grandpa like that might be kind of tiring. It's a little tired. Okay, that would make sense. Yeah, but I'm envisioning, like, fields of flowers. So again, the grandpa chinchilla went from, wearing, like, overalls and, like, a heavy duty, like, denim shirt, and now to me is wearing, like, a tuxedo. He's wearing a tuxedo. He's got heart-shaped glasses. He's over the top. He has like rose bushes, like, outside the, like by the door, by the gates leading to the Grandpachi estate. Also, too sappy for Spoon to handle. It's so true. Oh my God, I'm envisioning Grandpachi throwing himself onto a pile of cushions and being like, "Oh, how beautiful is love. Oh, Spoon, Have you been in love, Spoon? Oh, Spoon, to be in love is the greatest thing in the whole world, Spoon. Oh, how I long to fall in love again like I did when I was young. Oh, yours is the best age there is, Spoon. Oh, yes. Spoon, why are you walking away? I'm about to retail with you my exploits in romance from when I was your age. Oh, the things we did in the forest. Holding hands late at night. Staring deep into each other's eyes as the glow of the moonlight bathed our fur. God. Immediate character, by the way. Oh, this guy sparkles. The things we did in the forest, like hold hands. Look at the moon. Pick flowers. What are you thinking about, huh? More or less back, what did I miss? What did you miss? So, Spoon's grandfather, Grandpachi Skelly, may or may not be a romance guru. He's a matchmaker, and also a New Chinchilla Times best-selling author. Best-selling author of romance advice and novels. When's Grandpa's birthday? Let me look up Grandpa's birthday, by the way. Grandpa's birthday is 26. First of summer. Yo, first of summer is Grandpa's birthday. Of course he's a summer child. Of course he's a summer child. Over the top and kind of silly at all times. Grandpachi Skelly. The whole garden is roses. Every color except black. It's so true. It's so absolutely true. Oh my god. Grandpachi Skelly is the patron of the Chinchilla family. And is known throughout. This is like having Stephen King as like your grandpa throughout the land. Oh my god. Well, of course Spoon was able to go to college in the big city. It was thanks to Grandpachi Skelly. Grandpachi Skelly was like, oh, do not worry. I will pay for your college tuition. Go out there. Go and explore the big city. Yo, wait, hold up. I've received a transmission from Alexo. Alexo is saying, Max, please go to the art chat right now. I'm running. What's happening? What's going on? I've been tagged. Let's go. Oh, this is so cute. Oh, people can only see it. Let me go put it in my downloads folder. Oh, that's so cute. Thank you. I love that. Let me actually put the music back on real quick. Let me go over here. Let me go over here. Let me open a new tab, and then everyone can see. Thank you, Alexo. That's adorable. I love it. Look, this is the fastest fan art we ever had. It's so cute. I love it. We do need a chinchilla emote. Gramps made the book to make money to bring Spoons to college. It's so true. Yo, look. We already have art of Spoon. That was so quick. Thank you, Alexo. I love it. I love it. I'm going to leave that open. Thank you. Aww. Oh my god. So yeah, absolutely. I want to write that, by the way. Grandpachi actually went back into publishing books to pay Spoon's college tuition. Came out of retirement to help the kid. Marty says, oh my god, I got distracted by something and I came back to this adorable piece of art. Yeah, we're so blessed. Thank you, Alexo. It's so cute. I love it. I gotta do art of Spoon. I now have to draw them for sure. So that's Grandpachi. So now, let's envision. So, I don't feel like we have to, I don't feel like we have a tire relationship with our grandpa. I don't think so. Now, I realize now that, like, they did kind of pay for our college tuition, so it's hard to be a little bit mad about that. So how about, Spoon is going to go over to Grandpachi's place, catch up with him, and also see how the town has been doing. This is how we're going to wrap this into one of our quests. So, once again, I'm picturing it's inquiring plus hard, I think. So, you know, and again, I feel like fictionally speaking, you know, you got to think about your character's fictional positioning, right? What can don't mind the farming game going crazy, by the way. We're not mad, just a little embarrassed. It's true. So I'm envisioning that because Spoon is a member of the family, and because definitely Grandpachi has no chill and will divulge any kind of rumors as without any kind of like pretense, we have a really good chance to get to know a lot of information. So it's heart +1, and we get +1 tick on hit, by the way. I completely forgot to do that, but oh well, it's fine. Oh look, Sean, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it again. The cheese making, it's so true. So it's fine. It's 5+. Nope, wrong one. So 5 + 4 is 9. The 4 beats the 1, but not the 9. Man, weak hits, but that's okay. Passing time is not that bad. And we are inquiring, so we get 1 extra tick. So we actually complete the whole box. No, it was a weak hit, yeah. So we have completed 1 box about learning the town's past, and we succeed, but we lose track of time. So let me go advance the clock over here. What do we learn thanks to Grandpachi? So first, let's actually do a little bit of scene drawing, right? So I imagine that Spoon, deciding that it was time to go finally say hi to Grandpa. Spoon, walks the cobblestone roads leading to the Grandpachi state. Yeah. Oh my god, I love the idea. Kitty says he can't stop talking about all the relationships he helped. Oh my god. I imagine right away, as soon as Spoon walks through the doors of the Grandpachi state, Grandpachi, it almost as though it's been like 30 seconds since the last time they talked. Grandpachi's like, oh my god, Spoon, is so nice to see you. Won't you believe it? So-and-so, remember them? I told you about them last time 2 years ago when we last talked. Oh my god, they are engaged finally. It only took a little bit of convincing both ways, but finally they are truly in love. And literally, the next 3 hours are spent with Spoon and Grandpachi sitting in the tea room of the Grandpachi state. Overlooking the windows, overlooking the rose garden. Oh my child, you won't believe what I heard the other day. Oh my god. You would think they wrote the book on romance, but turns out it was of course me. Yes, a fur boa for sure. Oh my god, Grandpappy's wearing a fur boa for sure. And slippers. This guy's wearing slippers. Oh my god. Oh my god, yes, definitely. And they're having tea the whole time, by the way, right? And now, okay, do they have a maid? I'm just gonna roll for it. Do they have a maid? High number, yes. Low number, no. No, they don't. They don't have a maid. I'm envisioning that maybe one of the nephews or nieces, someone from the family is staying, because there's probably several rooms. I'm gonna envision that Grandpachi offered. What type of house do they have? I'm actually picturing kind of a, what is the name of the houses that the Spanish built when they, colonial style house. I'm picturing no, Spanish colonial. Spanish? What do you call those? It's a Spanish style house. I'm picturing, maybe it's because I'm Mexican, but I'm picturing let me get you a big picture of that, by the way, so I can show you what I'm, hacienda. Yeah, I'm picturing an hacienda for sure. This is not that big, but oh well. I'm picturing you spelled it correctly. That's actually how you spell hacienda. The H is always silent in Spanish. Kind of a lot of white walls, and orange red roof tilings. A lot of wood accents. This is what I'm picturing for the house, by the way. And of course, there on the bottom, on the first floor, the large windows overlooking the rose garden, and Grandpachi is just going on and on and on and on. I remember it from Sorrow. Let's go. I should go back and watch those movies. I wonder if they're good. I wonder if they hold up. And Grandpachi, it's been 2 seconds, right? And I'm envisioning that in between potfuls of tea. You know, some relative, a niece or something who's staying there, you know, brings over like another pot or brings in like some like coffee cookies or coffee cakes or something. You know, like I'm envisioning like those like Japanese like coffee shops where they bring you like a tiny slice of cake, you know, and strawberry tea, yes, with an actual strawberry in it. And I'm picturing just like lovely, just constantly just chatting with Grandpachi, and learning so much about the town. So I'm gonna assume, we already learned, I want to ask like a very specific question. I want to ask a very specific question about how the town has been doing, because we know that the mining operation left and things improved from there on. And I want, you know what, I'm actually gonna open Ironsworn. I'm actually gonna open Starforged because I need some themes over here. So let me actually go open up the book real quick. I closed it because I thought I wasn't gonna need it, and it turns out the joke is always on me. I want to finish the first day of this before we wrap up, because I have to leave a little bit earlier today, but that's okay. So the oracles, I need action and theme. Where's action and theme? Oh my, wait, is this it? Am I in there? Oh, there you go. Okay, so how has the town... So we know that overall the town has been doing great, but is there any problems happening in this town, Grandpachi? So the action that the town has been going through currently is 51. They have been guarded. Okay, the town has been guarded about 42. Guarded about health. Oh, I wonder if it would be a little bit real if there was like a pandemic happening, so we're not gonna do that. Everyone is concerned about the health of the mayor. The biggest thing happening in the town at the moment is that the mayor has fallen a little bit sickly. And that means we actually have to generate who the mayor is. We need to know who the mayor was or is. So let me just quickly roll their species so we have an idea. So what species is the mayor? Don't say baby. Baby is not a species. 14. The mayor is a bunny. Oh my god, yes. Baby bunny mayor. The mayor's a bunny. Oh man, is that respiratory things that babies get? How dare you? Baby bunny. It's a bunny mayor. Well, I mean, I don't have to roll for job. We already know that they're actually the mayor. Bunny named Carrot. I kind of do love the name Carrot. It's funny. I love it. I'm not gonna roll for it because Carrot is an adorable name. Now let's roll for their age. It's a 1% chance that they're actually a baby, so I'm terrified. So let's just go. Baby Carrot. Nope. They're an elder. 95 means they're an elder. That we have once again dodged the bullet that is baby mayor. H is elder. Fuck fate. Old ass bunny. It's an old ass bunny. It's still baby mayor though. Listen, this is America. A baby can be mayor. And I'm just gonna go with he him. Okay, you're right. I should roll to see what pronouns they use. We riot in Chad. We won baby mayor. Okay, listen. If Chad riots hard enough, I might actually make it baby mayor. But you have to you have to go for it. 68 means that they present androgynous. MKirin canceled baby mayor. Anti-baby. Is MKirin anti-baby? Their presentation is androgynous. And rolling for gender presentation on babies is like silly because all babies are like babies have no gender. The mayor is Mr. Harryman. It's baby. It's a baby. What's the mayor's birthday? Oh no, I made a new sheet. Delete that. I need to know what your birthday is, good person. Oh hey Tobes! We are playing. Well, we are playing my role-playing game out on Iron Valley. We're playing. It's a little bit of an Animal Crossing game right now because everybody's an animal. But that's what we're making right now, and we're making the mayor of the town. The mayor of the town is a bunny. Their birthday is on 76, which means that they are a winter baby, winter first. And we need their pronouns, by the way, too. What are the pronouns of the bunny mayor? 39. 39 means that they are he, him. I suspected that. All right, so Carrot the mayor has been a little sickly lately, and people are worried. The mayor has been sick lately. People are worried about having to do an election. Pronouns, baby mayor. How dare you? How dare you? Listen, one day we'll have a baby mayor. Not today. Kitty, I'll cancel myself. That's good. That's good. All right, where was I? No, scroll up, Max. All right. So our character, by the way, our character whose name is Spoon, and it's a chinchilla. Spoon went to visit its somewhere in the Iron Valley verse. There is a baby mayor. Spoon went to see its grandpa, who's called Grandpachi. Oh, it goes by Grandpachi. His name is Skelly. And Grandpachi is a romance guru and has written several books on romance, and it's just like complete riot. It spent several hours telling Spoon about all the gossip in town, and Spoon who's has several missions going on right now, and Spoon wants to learn the town's past, and they learn that the current concern in the town is the health of the mayor. I'm gonna write it here. The mayor's health. I might fold it into that other quest, but we'll see later anyway. Whatever, it's fine. So now, how much time do you have left? We have one action left in the day. So I think that having chatted with Grandpachi, Skelly for a good while, and catching up and all that other stuff, and filling our tummy with tea, I think it's time to probably. I imagine that like the sun is beginning to set, and I feel like Spoon definitely wants to spend a little bit of time with Nuggy, their roommate, their snake roommate, by the way. Nuggy. I love that all of the meme names came up today, by the way. So I'm envisioning that, Spoon, thanks Grandpachi Skelly for all the tea and all the snacks and all the chisme, all the gossip, and Spoon exits, and walks the same way back that they through the cobblestones or over the cobblestone streets, seeing as the street lights in the town begin to light up, the little orange glow of those big orbs at the top of the posts, and at night the town feels a little bit different. The chill of winter is passing, spring is here, but it's definitely still a little bit chilly. Spoon kind of wraps its thick coat closer, and it makes its way over to the little house. You know what? I'm gonna say that it just makes more sense actually that the place that Spoon is staying, which is Nuggy's place, is on top of the bar that Nuggy owns. I feel like that just makes more sense. We don't have to make a second location. Literally, Spoon goes around the block to the back, and literally on the other side, on the opposite side of the block, where it's a cereal bar, by the way, where people eat cereal. There's literally like a metal door there or something, or maybe like a fence, and they pop open the door. It's not locked or anything. The door to the fence, they find the little door. It's already propped open. Nuggy is already inside, and Nuggy, they walk up the steps. Don't ask me how Nuggy walks up the steps, even though it's a snake. Don't ask me, okay? It's fine. And we see. Yeah, we've been having a lot of fun making this world, and on the second story, in the second floor of the same building where hole in a wall, the little cereal bar is just a tiny little studio apartment. It's small, but it's a cozy place, I envision that there's probably, oh no, are we gonna share a bed? Probably not. Probably Spoon is gonna sleep on the sofa. Unfortunately, I know everybody loves bed sharing, but unfortunately, it's not gonna happen. And I envision that having been waiting for Spoon, Nuggy already made dinner. And actually, let's roll on the food table that Charles made for us. By the way, what are we having for dinner? What's for dinner? It is 53. So for dinner, 53 on this table means that it's... Ooh! Chicken paprikash. Chicken paprikash. I now need to know what this is. Although, there isn't chicken here, so we're gonna assume that this is like soy-based. It's like tofu paprikash. Oh, that does look delicious. Oh my god. Okay, rip to anyone who's hungry, by the way. Rip hunger users. Oh, that looks so tasty. Wait, what the fuck? I just came back and MKirin is anti there's only one bed. I just don't think listen, don't cancel me. I just don't think that Spoon would share a bed with Nuggy so quickly. Are we about to roll to see if Nuggy and Spoon were maybe more than friends in college?
Okay, you sick bastards. I'll roll for it. Okay, I will roll for it. Fine. All right. The question is, were Spoon and Nuggy were they more than friends in college? The higher the number, the more they were. The lower the number, the less they were.
So it's in the middle, which is even worse, actually, because the middle means that there might have been some longing, you know? They're like, oh, like, I had a crush on Nuggy, but then Nuggy was dating someone, you know? Yeah, crushes are worse. It's all yearning. It's all yearning. Being in the middle is worse, actually, than being on either end. So there's definitely yearning. Yo, does that mean... Do you all think that maybe Nuggy put a little bit too much work on making dinner because they wanted to really impress Spoon? Anyone else think that maybe Nuggy is trying to impress Spoon? Anyways, they make a delicious dinner. And as they sit down, probably at a little table that usually only has, only one chair is being used. I envision that Nuggy, in perfect millennial fashion, had it has two tables, it has two chairs, right? But one chair was always covered with backpacks and jackets and stuffs. But now that there's actually a guest, that chair is actually cleared up. So there's actually, finally, at last, there's two people sharing a table at this house. And they're eating this delicious, tofu paprikash. Tasty, it's a little bit spicy, just the way that Spoon likes it. And as they're chatting, I want this last option that we have here. I want Spoon to check in on what Spoon heard. It makes sense, yeah. Alex Sophia says, yo, Nuggy is a romantic, but Spoon got a little bit fed up with the romances of its overly enthusiastic grandpa. This actually makes sense, actually. I'm here for this, honestly. I am legitimately here for this. So I want to inquire a little bit. I want to inquire using heart. I want to ask about, the whole thing about the mayor's health. Is it really as bad as people are saying? Because, let's be honest, okay? Grandpachi Skelly loves to exaggerate. Grandpachi Skelly loves to exaggerate and to say, and to really go hard. Also, sorry, there's a message not show. Oh, there, it's funny, Lane. It says Spoon finding Grandpappy's book on love at Nuggy's house. Yo, please remind me to add that on. If the dice are favorable, remind me to put that in there because that's actually incredible. So the way that I envision it is this, okay? So Spoon asks Nuggy, and it's like, so are things as bad as Grandpa makes it seem like it? There's more fan art. Oh no. Oh my god, yes! Oh my god. Guys. I love you all. You are all incredible. I'm dying over here. I can't handle it. This is the fastest there's ever been fan art of everything I've made. This was incredible. Big shout outs to Alexel and to Chip. Yo, Grandpachi Skelly's here. That is, I absolutely adore that the eyebrows are hearts. That's incredible. Chips, you absolute mad person. I love him. But when the night is over, he is gone. Grandpachi's just a chinchilla. I love him. Oh my god. Chips. Alexel, thank you so much. Kitty's like, I came back because I heard screaming. He's so cute. It's Grandpachi. It's Grandpachi Skelly. Love Guru. See, this is why. Has there been fan art of Nugget yet? Oh my god, yes. Yes. I want to make art of all these characters now. Okay, let me just do a dramatic close for a second, okay? This is why I fucking love this system. This is why I fucking love what Sean made. Because this game is all about dice rolls that make the game more exciting. You know, originally I thought that Grandpachi was gonna be a farmer, and I thought that would be like nice and standard, right? But having rolled him into being like a matchmaker, and we made that random table together, you know? And like him being a matchmaker is so much more fun. And like all the little lore that we're building up, the idea that Nuggy has like a copy of his book somewhere, it's just so good. I'm just so thankful for everyone who has helped me get here. And honestly, like the game feels good. The game feels good. I've been having so much fun. So once again, thank you so much. Cypher says, I want to draw Nuggy. I just need to remember what it looks like. Nuggy is a ball python. And again, we haven't figured out how the whole being a snake works. Ball pythons, by the way, are the cutest because they have dog faces. Let me just like can I if I just look up dog? Because like they just have like little like duck mouths. They're so cute. Yeah, the real question is snake with arms or no arms? Yeah, I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm kind of okay with it having arms, being like a kind of like a salamander looking dude. Would there be a separate table of the crushometer? Oh my god. All right, I'm okay with the crushometer. I love that like we have 13 random tables, and I know that's not enough for some Tomkin. Sean like Ironsworn has so many random tables, and I'm like, you need those. You actually kind of need all those random tables. So I will definitely be working on a crushometer for sure. I'm almost out of time, so let me really quickly. I wanna make this roll happen. So, Spoon asks Nuggy if the whole thing about Mayor Carrot being sickly is really that big of a deal, and if is Grandpachi just like exaggerating? Because Grandpachi loves to exaggerate. Oh my god, I cannot believe the things I heard. Oh, Spoon, you have no idea. Spoon, this whole town might be about to fall to pieces. You don't even know. So, let me just do a roll. We're doing plus inquiry. So inquire plus heart. So that is actually +5 on our roll. 5 plus 2 is 7. The 7 beats the 2 and it beats the 1. So that's a strong hit, baby. Let's go. So strong hit plus progress. So that's actually 3 ticks on the quest to find the town's past. So on a strong hit, you're successful if this brings you closer towards fulfilling your promise. March 2 ticks. I believe that. Oh, thank you. Nuggy presents androgynously. Nuggy is androgynous. Yeah. Thank you, Sophie, for remembering. And we have a little bit of extra time. I like that. Because we got a strong hit, time didn't actually pass, which I really appreciate. I might change that ruling. I might make it so every time passes. We'll see. So here's the way that I like things to go. Now, from Nuggy's point of view, with Nuggy's context, how bad is the mayor situation that's happening? It's bad! It's a 96! It's real bad! Holy crap, it's bad! It's actually incredibly bad. The mayor is doing really bad. And, there is, rumors of I'm thinking like people are already angling themselves to be like, oh yes, vote for me, and there's rumors of people already thinking of running. So in that case, really quickly, okay, I just need like some notes. We're not gonna do the full characters, by the way, and again, maybe we can help Mayor Carrot, but I want to roll really quickly. What are the 2 main people that are running for office, right? So let's just go to species. Now, one of them is 7. 7 is there's a bat. There's a bat running for office. One is a bat. Oh, see, you get 2 more rolls for baby mayor. Aren't you all happy? The other one is a bat. Looks like time for baby mayor. How dare you? 68. And the other one is a panda. It's a panda and a bat. Looks like it's time for baby mayor. Or maybe a family of the mayor care is trying to convince mayor to leave office to retire. I do like that for sure, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we have a bat, we have a panda. We're not going to worry too much about their presentation and gender just yet. All I want to know is what their job is in the town. That's all I need to know. Roll their ages, coward. Okay, alright, Kendra. I'm going to roll their ages. I love the idea of one of them being just a baby. Or a child. Oh, the bat's not a baby. The bat's 21. The bat's a teenager. Yo, this bat is like this. I am going to stop the corruption in this town. Teen. It's like the equivalent of like, I'm thinking like oh, what's her name? Like Nancy Drew. It's like just a teenager just like trying to fix the government, which I'm here for, honestly. And the panda, please let the panda be old money. Please, I implore you. The panda's a 53. 53 means that they are, in fact, a young adult. Now, I need to know what their job is in town. Like, well, what business are they related to, okay? So the bat is, even though they're a teenager, they are related to a 36, which makes them a fortune teller. Teenage bat be like, I will fix this town with my own hands. A fortune teller, kind of like Katrina from Animal Crossing. That's actually really interesting. A fortune teller, huh? Why am I feeling like this bad is like you know, like things are gonna get really bad in this town. I have seen it. My tarot cards tell me things are gonna be bad in this town. Tell me things are gonna get worse. Oh, I love that we've immediately walked into political drama, by the way. And the panda works at... Please let it be in between jobs, I swear to God. 70. 70 means that they are a restaurant owner. Yo! They own a restaurant. Okay, okay. I'm rooting for the teen bat, yeah. Teen bat be seeing things, so they decided to change their own fate. Actually, I kind of love that. I kind of love that. So we have a... So this actually shows how, like, chaotic things are, by the way. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, like... Okay, so the thing is, in Animal Crossing, like, there's just no meat eating, okay? Like, there's no way we can justify that conversation, so we just all agree that animals all just eat veggies, okay? Listen, that's just life. But can you imagine the chaos of the town then? There's a teenager who's like, I have seen the future and things are gonna get really bad in this town. And then there's like a local business owner that is like, well, I am here standing for the good values of our small town. I believe that we should be focusing on local businesses. Oh, I guess fish is okay, actually. Good call there, Tobes. You're actually calling me out. Nuggie, he eat veggie nuggies. they're veggie nuggies. They might be fish nuggies. That's also fair, actually. Sounds like every election ever. Yeah, we do. We have, like, you know, I don't want to say no one in this game would ever misgender anybody, but you know, although actually they're actually a young adult. Never mind. I was picturing them more like old, but they're a young owner. They're a young adult restaurant owner, and you know, they think that, you know, the way to advance the town is to focus on small businesses. Maybe he has a bit of a conflict of interest, but hey, you know, oh no, have you ever heard of an election? Anyways, so it turns out that things are in fact really bad in town. Things are actually, in fact, very, very bad. There's an election looming. The mayor is sick. I actually kind of like the idea of maybe helping with the mayor's health as a way to ending this problem, at least for now. But for now, here's the way that it works, right? So we have a little bit of time left in the day, but I like the idea that Ghost says, I don't know why, but Panda giving himbo vibes. It's so true. He's absolutely a himbo for sure. Yeah, yeah. He means well, but he's dumb, you know. But he definitely gets the votes for like most people from the average person who's like, well, he seems like the kind of guy you can have a bowl of cereal with, you know. Bunny Mayor turns into a ghost and keeps being mayor. Ghost Mayor. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. So, yep. Yep. We rolled it. There's a unicorn musician, by the way. We actually, I would lay down my baby mayor sword for ghost mayor. But what about baby ghost mayor or ghost baby mayor? Anyways, so the way that the time passes move works is that you can also choose to just go to bed early. And considering the very eventful day that we have had, I'm gonna decide to go to bed early today. So I'm gonna envision that and let me just wrap up how things work. I envision that as the day finally draws to a close, the way that I want it to go is that like we get a shot from you see it from outside of the little studio apartment. You're looking through the window and there is Nuggy and Spoon just like having a lovely meal together, and they're chatting and laughing, you know, and the camera like zooms out, you know, slowly zooms out, and you see, you know, the building where the cereal bar is, and you see the layout of this mall, the intricate network of streets and cobblestone roads that make this very, very small town, surrounded by this wilderness of trees. And in the distance, there's the beach and the ocean, and on the other side, a network of large mountains that used to be mined for its iron, hence the name Iron Valley. And, you know, it's still a little bit chilly, but spring is here, and there is flowers blooming in the in the fields, and trees are blooming, and the nature is getting better, even if there's a bit of a conflict happening here, even if, you know, this place isn't some sort of paradise that Spoon has walked into. This is a place where people live. This is a place where people hurt, where people are looking for their own ways to make the world a better place. Spoon recognizes that this is not some dream, this is not some escape, this is a real place, and they intend to stay here for a little while. They have the company of the really, really good friend Nuggy. They have, of course, their Grandpachi Skelly for support, and the Spoon, you know, we get a little bit of we flash, you know, they're tucking into bed, not into bed, they're pulling a little blanket over themselves on the sofa, you know, and they close their eyes and they smile, because there's so much opportunity in this world. There's so much out there, and for the first time in their life, they really feel like they want to go out there and seize the day. And that's how we end the very first day and the first episode of the playtest. Thank you so much, everyone who joined me today. I gotta be hopping out relatively soon. I have a date with Kitty later today. So first off, I wanna say thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me in playtesting my add-on for Ironsworn called Iron Valley. I feel like things went out pretty well. There's a couple of things that I definitely want to fix with one of the moves. I like the idea of working towards multiple quests at once. I feel like we could have done that. And definitely, I'm sensing that maybe Heart may be a little bit powerful in this setting. We're gonna have to wait for that and think. But for now, two things I want to do. I want to just thank everyone for joining me today. Yo, wait. We have a picture of Nuggy. I did it. Nuggy art uploading in chat. It rolled by so fast. Yeah. Honestly, like, it was so good. I'm actually surprised at how fast it went. Yeah. Honestly, like, Alcedarian says I missed most of it, but what seemed was super fun and sweet. Oh, that's so lovely. It was so nice to see you, Alcedarian. Also, I'm holding out. I want to show you all the picture of Nuggy that Cypher drew, or Raven, I don't know which one. But I want to say, while we're waiting for that, I do want to say that the show, by the way, is supported by viewers like you. Please consider supporting me on coffee.com/MKirin. If you donate, you have your message read by a beautiful machine voice, and you get, oh my god, this drawing is adorable. Warm fuzzy feels, I get nuggies that go towards our goals, like unlocking art streams and getting me to draw the first 151 Pokemon from memory. And of course, thank you for watching. You know who made the music? Lo-Fi my website and all those things are in the description of this video, and I'm gonna leave you with this incredible drawing by Cypher/Raven. I don't know which one of you did it, but regardless, Cypher Raven as a unit. I am dying. Everyone, it's Nuggy. It's not. Oh my god, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. This is so good. Oh my god, I'm dying. I love them. I love the little beanie. I love that they're wearing a backpack. I love that, like, the other leggy of the jeans is, like, folded in. The gang's all here. It's so true. It's so true. Oh my god. Everyone's so awesome. Thank you so much. This is so lovely. Marty says, thanks for the stream. Glad I could catch one again. It's so fun having this chat contribution kind of stream in general. Thank you, Maxi. You're amazing. Honestly, these are actually the best streams. The streams where I can just ask chat ideas for stuff. I actually I enjoy these the most. These are my favorite streams to do. And I'm definitely going to do more of them next week. But for now, I got to get out of here. I got to get going. Thank you so much for joining me. Please consider supporting me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and all those other things. It lets YouTube know that I matter and all that other stuff. And also, you're about to see my brand new end screen. So let me just really quickly just fix the music player, and I'm gonna be heading in my way. Have a lovely day. I love you all, and I will be seeing you all next week. Take care.